Go annoy Kelly.
Ow! Oh, I do apologise, YouTube, but fuck's sake!
Yeah, she's just getting attacked by a big pussy.
Oh, fucking hell!
Oh, jeez.
I kid you not. They have been quiet as anything. I mean, talking about this, it's about to go live, and she fucking starts. She jumped on my freaking head. I just scratched my arm. I mean, you cannot make this up. Oh dear. It definitely benefits the fact that, these fucking cats for mental health. I mean,
they do keep you on your toes. They do.
Yeah, they do cheer you up. Granted, mind you, you've got to be able to go live at any time or do anything like that, because they're normally like good as gold. You press the live button or go to, and then they all hell breaks. Oh my goodness me! People think I'm gonna fucking lose my marbles, but oh no, he's trying to bloody call me now. Oh, for goodness sake!
What do you mean lose your marbles? You've already lost half the bag.
That's our secret. I want those marbles back, you know. I need them.
Yeah, I know.
Oh dear. Right. Oh, I've lost my train of thought. It's my bloody cat's fault.
Hey, right, how's it going?
Oh dear. No, I'm not causing more problems. My moggies are. And that's my actual cat's, not sober moggy. Because I know what you guys are like. You already think I kidnap him on a regular basis, which I do not. Right, it's nuts. How are you, darling? You alright? Hi, Lindsay. Oh, she's back for more. Oh, fucking hell. Stop it, you monkey. Get down. No. You're not scratching me. You're not jumping on my head. And keeping my feet covered, because I went to put my socks on yesterday, and I've got like 4 massive cat scratches down my feet. I mean, how the hell did that happen? Go down.
Jesus.
Down.
I'm gonna have to tame your pussy one day, you know.
Oh, oh dear.
Yeah, well, Kelly, she's okay, you know.
Yes, I know. She is an angel compared to the other one. But now Kelly's coming to say it. Oh, it's because you called her name.
I'm sorry. You know Kelly loves me.
Yeah, she does have a thing for Tonkin. You're right. She keeps on butt dialing in on a regular basis. I mean, luckily I've got an all-inclusive bill. Otherwise, it would be quite embarrassing. But hey, so what have you been up to, guys? You all right?
Well, you know what I've been up to, so let's not mention that.
Oh yes, I do know what you've been up to, and we will touch upon that, because it's something that's happened to both myself and Tonkin this week. He's been dealing with lack of sleep, headaches.
Yeah.
Mine leads into seizures, which he doesn't have. Vision problems, which it's all interconnected.
Yeah.
And that, ways and means of dealing with all of that, and stress. I mean, everybody at the moment is dealing with that. So.
Yeah.
And diet, and it is all connected to what you're doing, eating, drinking. It leads to drinking alcohol, bad diets, and that way you don't sleep as much. And well, I know, but we're actually boring, aren't we?
Yeah. Oh, you're just describing 90%
You
of
got
what I do.
whoa. Right, do you want to come up and
Shit.
I did send you the link. Actually, I could put in the link actually because it's not a closed panel. So
Yeah.
and people try and porn bomb me. Remember, I will find out where you live and I'll make your life a living hell.
Yeah.
Google Maps comes in very handy for a lot of things. Obviously not, but I haven't got time for all of that. My goodness, I'll be coming all around the country. Oh, that came out. I didn't mean it like that. Oh, jeez.
I didn't say a word.
No, I know. I'm just putting my foot in it continuously. Hello, darling.
How you doing, DJ? How you doing, T?
I'm doing fine.
Yeah, I would have come over to see you yesterday, but my head was like, oh, fucking, you would not have wanted me on your panel like that. I would have ripped everyone's heads off. I mean, this wasn't the time of the month type of thing. My head was just, you wouldn't have thought it was me. I was just in a really foul mood, and I don't know why.
DJ, I'd rather have you not go to my channel and you feel better than go to my channel and feel bad. Don't even worry about it. I understand that.
Okay, Wolf. You're right. But normally, if I promise to do something, I do. I mean, I was conscious, but not
Don't worry.
myself, and I was trying to deal with it, but it takes time, and I want to know what's causing all these bloody issues because, it was partially seizure related, but that was later on. But before that, it's just fucking nuts. I don't know. I'm trying to fit all the pieces together to work out what's going on with it so I can deal with it properly without having to go to the doctors and whine and bitch at him, and because he's going to be asking us some sorts of questions I'm asking to myself anyway, isn't it, if you think about it? So
Honestly, if I could give you relief day off, day on, day off, I would. I know you're going through hell. I know you are.
So you got porn bombed 3 times. I mean, do you know who it is? Hi, Moscow,
No.
you alright?
But I found out why. By accident. You know D. John.
My Mama D, yeah.
Is that her name? Mama, okay.
No, people call her D. Some people call her Mama D. But yeah, lovely lady, yeah.
Yeah, she came in my stream last night, and she wrote, thanks, Rach, for going to AFA. I appreciate it. And I'm looking at that, I'm like, huh? I said, I didn't go to AFA.
No, I'll explain. AFA is a guy called Josh Abrams. He's like an auditor, and it's accountability for all. That's what AFA stands for. So the people that stand for accountability for all, they're called the AFA crew, which are just sort of like fans of Josh and what he's doing. That's all it is. There's no gang or anything like that. It's just a bunch of like-minded people. That's all it is. So when people think, oh, the AFA crew, what on earth is this about? No, it's nothing disingenuous or anything,
Well, no, what happened was when I told her I didn't go there,
Hi, Tom.
she popped up and talked to us. And she said someone used my logo with my name and Michelle's and went up there and caused havoc.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. That narrows it down, especially for me. I'll make some inquiries if you want.
So I'm going to have to somehow give you a password for me to come up to your place, because if they're doing that over at AFA, which I don't know anything about, I mean, the people. That's why I was getting porn bombed. And at the same time that these guys perpetrated me and Michelle.
Well, I do know a lot of the AFA crew, who they are and that, but it might not be them per se doing it. It could be people that know the AFA. So
it just seems kind of funny. But that could be. You're right. I can't really say it. You're right, but it just seems kind of funny, I mean,
I agree, but
they had my flag. They had Michelle's logo. I'm like, wow, you got to be kidding me. So when you talk to DJ, I should tell you more about it. You know, I don't.
it's not difficult to actually take somebody's logo and impersonate, because people have done that to me a few times. But the people's rooms they knew it wasn't me because of what these people were typing, and that because I'm quite unique in that way to type certain things, so people know if it's me or not. Because
Mhm.
people whose rooms they're in, they would ask me specific questions which only I would know the answers to.
Mm.
I get to know people quite well, and that's normally the way of doing it. So you find out if they are the people or not. If you
Okay.
talk to them like on the phone or other meetings, that's one way of doing it. But they should not be doing that to you, because they're trying to take your channel down.
Yeah. Well, the only reason I spotted a fake you is because it wasn't being mean to me. So
Yeah,
I knew straight
you
away.
can come up Moscow if you want, because yeah, not eating, sleeping or moving about. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But you know, what is the answer during all of this? So because of the stress, because like everybody's worried about money, everybody's worried about paying their rent. A lot of people are worried about the jab, if they've had it or not had it, if they're going to be forced to have it, or they're worried about boosters and all of that. I mean, and Google, I'm not talking about because I'm an anti-vax or pro-vax, none of that. It's just in generalised terms here, not. But no, it's all stuff that we're all worrying about right now. And if you run rooms like I do and that, and you have people come into your rooms and they seem more stressed than normal, you start to worry about other people because of what they're going through too, and you tend to absorb that as well, which it's not a problem. It just means you're a kind person and you want to help people, but doing it too many times causes. That's why I come away from YouTube a little bit, because I take on way too much. But that's who I am as a person, you know.
Yeah, you have a kind heart, you do.
Mm-hmm.
I always
Yep.
have had. It's not. I need to toughen up a lot, I know, but
Yeah. Well, hopefully I can teach you to toughen up a bit. Yeah. You did actually tell me to F off the other night, so.
yes, I did, but I didn't actually mean it in that way. You took it the wrong way. Put it this way, guys. We were on the phone all night. I mean, it was in a bit of a bad way, and I won't say how bad it was or what he was doing or anything like that, because that's personal to Tonkin. So even though it's embarrassing as hell to me, but that's fine. I don't mind being a buffer, so to speak, but it kept him in, because he was working at the time. It kept him inside the hotel, because he would have gone out with his mates and he would have made himself a lot worse. He could have ruined his relationship with Liz and everything else. So he basically just used me to take out all his whatever he wanted to say or do and all that. He just used me for it, and I'm like, okay. And I just have to probably just listen to it and think, oh my god.
Yeah, I'm sorry for that. I am.
That's all right. Don't worry.
That's why we have erasers and pencils for T. We all make mistakes, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but this is the thing though, right? Tonkin knows that I don't get insulted or anything like that. I mean, people can say to me whatever they want. If you've got a strong enough friendship, which we do, I mean, there's no like physical stuff going on there. So
Oh no.
Oh yeah, I know
he
that.
can basically do or say anything he wants to me. Obviously, if we're in the same room, that's a different matter entirely. But
Yeah.
but no, I mean, but the next day he said, "Oh, thank you for doing that. You pretty much saved me." I was like, "Yeah, you just poisoned my ears for the night, but hey, one night's fine. But it's all good." He owes me one now, so if I get into a situation where I'm a little worse away, now he's going to put up with me doing that to him all night long.
Yeah.
Now you're in trouble, Tompkin. Now you're
Yeah,
in
I know.
trouble.
Oh no, well, she still needs to get me back anyway. Quite a few things.
Oh yes, don't I just a certain birthday situation?
Oh yeah, yeah, in a couple of hours, yeah.
Yeah, it was a birthday situation. I've got to get you back for. Dropping me in it with a certain individual a few times. I've got to get you back for. That night we just talked about. Oh, gee, Steve's probably going to get us back at some point.
Yeah, I'm waiting for
Oh
that. Yeah.
dear.
That's if he fully remembers everything. Oh jeez.
You never put it on. You stayed in bed. You okay, Tom?
Yeah.
I hope so. I don't know if you've spoken to Tom much, but he's a lovely guy as well. Quite a lot of you are actually. And I do apologise about my last live stream. That isn't not one of my normal ones. It did turn a little bit out there, and say quite a few of the Irish and some of the English had quite a bit to drink, and they weren't being serious with each other. I don't think you guys got that so much, but you guys thought I was in trouble, and that they wouldn't have hurt me in any shape or form either.
Oh no.
I don't know whether Bites knew that or not, but no, I was perfectly safe and all of that. Dean wouldn't have hurt me, and neither would Si. They'd rather hurt themselves than me, so which is a good thing. But no, they're very passionate about what they believe in, and they overtalk each other as well. And I had to put my fingers in my ears. That didn't work. I put my head under my pillow, and I could still hear it. It's like, oh my god. But I have to speak to him a little bit and say, look, come over. It's fine, but tone it down a little bit, because people you couldn't hear what you were saying, and it just sounded like you were going to start a punch up, But it's not normally like that in my room. To say it wasn't really part of my normal stream anyway. It was just like an after thing from Steve, but turned into something else. And
Excuse me just for a minute. I'm going to be taking off. I'm going to. I got to get the share button on 2 people, or I'm going to hear about it. When you're on, they don't know about it.
I gave the link to Michelle.
Yeah,
I emailed it to her. I knew you could do that. She should have got a notification anyway. I don't know whether Google are messing about again, but it should have been a notification. But it's all cool and that.
Well, I got to give one to Paul Billy. I was going to give one to my daughter.
Okay.
And I'll be right back, honestly.
Oh, fucking hell, Catherine. Just jumped on my freaking laptop.
I'll be right back with them.
Oh,
This phone's now jumping on freaking laptops now. I mean, bloody Nora. My cat's nightmares. And it's as if she's got ants in her pants, and she wore pants, but. And now she's jumping on the dog. Catherine, I would not jump on Leo if I were you. You're not confident enough for him. Don't wag your tail in his face, because he'd take that as an invitation to play, and you don't want to play with Leo. You can come to me and hide. No, I wouldn't say hide as such, but she's just run off. Because Leo just put his head up saying, come on then, we're going to play or what? And she's bolted out the door. So. You're right, Limerick. And what's all this about? How's my future ex-wife? You cheeky sod. I know. Live Free's out.
Oh, good.
JB. Who's JB, darling? Because I know Chris has got help from his missus and his kids and that, but I don't know who JB is. Because I don't know who he is, or it's hard for me to say, but possibly. And I've never been in prison, so it's hard for me to say. I mean, I know quite a few guys in here have, but I'd probably say what they need is time to adjust and patience and that. And people to be kind to them, give them a hand up, not be slating them, you know. That's the last thing people need is gossip and that behind their backs. And that's without prison, yet alone with, you know.
Yeah.
If you live near to them, I don't know, just show them that you care, and let them know you're around if they need them, if they need you or whatever, you know. But I don't know, going around different sites and talking about them, I don't think would help them. That's just my own personal opinion. Oh, Limerick just said hi to you, Tonk.
Yeah. Hi, Limerick.
So how are you doing anyway, Limerick? Because you've given up the liquid courage, haven't you, or something? Or have I just got that wrong? But somebody said you were. Oh, Leo, will you get off my lap? Oh, Jesus Christ! Do not. This dog he's determined to bloody well destroy my right hip.
Oh, geez.
This will be the third time now. I mean, how many times in 1 week can this dog jump on my hip? Leo, will you move your fat ass? Come on, move over, big boy.
Good boy.
Leo, please, move over. Leo, move your ass. I know you're just crushing my pharmacy bag. There's nothing in there you can break. Crush away. Just not my hip. Ow! Will you move over, you fat? You've got a fat. Your bottom's bigger than mine. Move over. Oh dear. There you go. You got half. See, I'm laying down. I've got a king size bed, and he just, instead of taking up like most of the room on, because he's got loads of room the other side, he decides to pile on me. Hey, why is it dogs feel the need that you have to do that? Now he's got his wet snout on my foot. I had socks on earlier, and my cats ran off with my socks. But they like to pull them off and nibble on my toes, because when it's time for their food, if I'm not awake, they start nibbling on my feet. They've worked that out, that does irritate me and wake me up straight away, so I get up and feed them. So my animals are very smart. What can I say? Oh, I'm going to move my foot well out of the way, so I do not want wet snouts on my feet, because I start screaming down the mic, and people think there's something kinky going on in here, which there is not.
No, because there's no one else around. So how can it be?
Yes, we know, Clint, that you like a good nibble, but
Oh, yeah,
toes, though.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with a big
Clint,
bit of a nibble.
You keep your mouth well away from my toes. You hear me?
Yeah. Try a bit further up.
I mean, I know people have been talking about dick offs and that, but we're not going to be having any feet offs, toe offs, or anything like that. My toes are staying firmly in my trainers or covered with stockings or socks or whatever, because I cannot tolerate people touching my foot. Certain situations I can, but others, no. You get a punch in the face or something else. So, well, I was talking about toes, and yeah, we all know what you were talking about, because when I remember a while ago when we were doing well, when I was doing the live stream, you were supposed to turn up and didn't bother. And yeah, you still owe me those 2 hours, by the way. And he was talking about waking up his missus at 5 a.m. And I don't. She might appreciate it. I mean, then again, she might kill you or do something else. So, actually, I didn't actually ask you how that went, and that's between you and your wife. Obviously, you don't need to know all of that, what's going on, but it's when you get the food products out. So, if she wakes up a bit hungry, then you're covered, then, aren't you? Not only would she be covered in food, but then you'd be covered because, yeah, I don't need to explain anymore because this will turn out rather kinky and off topic. But it always happens in my room, doesn't it? But what can you do? Welcome back, Rights.
Hello. I got a surprise I didn't know about.
Oh,
Got a Christmas gift. Came from UPS or whatever it was. Yeah, I just opened it up.
I didn't know UPS gave those kinds of gifts, but okay.
Oh, I mean, for my friend, it went through UPS.
Well, normally it comes from friends.
Yeah, well, I mean,
normally beneficial friends, but yeah, enlighten us all. We are intrigued here. Come on, then.
Sorry, yeah, that was nice. That little box of like goodies, cookies. Little...
Yes, what we actually do know. Come on.
Yeah, well, it's just it's a good friend of mine. His name Tone. I think I've said it before. Tone. It's a guy I grew up with. He's a military guy, and we grew up together as kids. He lives in the state of Utica. Listen to me, Utah.
Yeah. I thought you could say unicorn or something weird like that. I thought, how much have you been eating of these special cookies?
Honestly, I have not had one yet. I'm on a diet. You know me. But now and then I do fudge.
Oh, bloody hell.
Not all the time, honestly. I just got to maintain my weight. I'm at 250 right now. I want to make sure I stay that way. If I go below 250, I just don't look like myself. I'm too skinny. You know what I mean?
So, how tall are you?
I'm 6'1".
So 250 would be how much is that in stone?
I wouldn't know. Would you know, Duncan?
I will look it up. Hang on.
I reckon about 16 stone, I think. And about that.
When I was in the military, I weighed 180 pounds.
17.857. So it's 17.86, I'd say.
Yeah.
Is that good news? Bad news?
Yeah, it's about the same as me, really.
I mean, I would probably come down to 17.
No, how much would that be in pounds?
That hang on, try and reverse it. So there are doesn't actually say. Oh, this is a stupid bloody site. It says there are. It's 45 kilograms equals 99 pounds, which makes it 7 stone 1.
7 stone. I never heard that before. 7 stone 1. Okay.
Well, see, over in the UK, we normally do it in stones.
Yeah, stones or
rather
kilos.
than pounds. Yeah,
You
all
mean you actually put
kilograms.
stones in a scale to
Yeah.
So,
really? Okay, I never knew that. Okay.
well, for quite a while, I was 54, between 54 and 52 kilograms.
Jeez.
Which, what are you trying to say? I'm heavy or something?
No, I'm saying you're very light, and I'll be able to throw you around like a rag doll.
Yeah, but
In this
then,
corner.
but then I went on. That was when I was 5'1" and a half for a while, and then I shot up 2 inches. So when I shot up those 2 inches, that's why I'm normally well, I'm just over 8, well, just over 8 stone, but I'm under that now. So
So you're 5'3"?
yes, well, just over 5'3". Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I think you're taller than my wife.
Yeah, she's 5'3" and half your weight.
Well, yeah.
But this is a thing, because we are talking about diets and things like that. Because it is important, I think, because everybody has a diet, whether it's a good one or a bad one. But eating certain foods before going to bed is, you got to make sure. I mean, when I was in hospital and seeing a dietitian, because I was in hospital for something else, but they noticed because I couldn't eat their food because of my allergies. So they were trying to work out other things that I could eat, which were good. But the things they provided me to eat, I was losing weight because it wasn't enough for me.
Yeah, you didn't get enough protein or. Yeah.
Well, it's difficult in a hospital, but they were talking about diets, and you should always have a cut-off point. You shouldn't eat after a certain time, and which is difficult because my sleep pattern is all over the place. Because normally I'm awake all night and I sleep a lot during the day because my pain levels are worse at night. If you're in a lot of pain at night, you don't want to sleep.
Yeah.
So they had to reverse it all. So, which is difficult when you're in a hospital but they managed to like save me food. But then some nurses would be giving it away to other patients, which pissed the dietitian off. So it was rather confusing. But you should not eat after 10 o'clock at night. Definitely not. That's what all of them were saying.
Says the girl
And
who had a
also,
lovely burger the other night.
well, I was bloody hungry. I mean, this is the thing. When you have a lot of seizures and blackouts and stuff, and
It takes your energy,
it does that. But you physically can't eat because you're out of it. So what are you supposed to do?
Yeah.
But normally what I would do would be take Leo out during the night, but because I'm not allowed to do that anymore because of my circumstances, because the cops say no going out at night. If I wasn't on my own, that could happen, but we'll have to see about that because when my uncle came to stay, and I was taking Leo out at night with him. Well, when he was here, when he weren't on promises and stuff like that, but I wasn't going to say no. Please, can you stay? And that, because I want to like walk Leo tonight. I'd rather him, get some romance, because I'm a romantic at heart. So it's all good. But and that they were also saying not to eat cheese before you go to sleep, which, yeah, I had cheese in my burger. Stupid. But then again, I didn't really sleep last night, did I? Because I was dealing with shenanigans. Or was it that last night? Or was that night?
No, that was the night before.
What on earth happened yesterday? I've lost a day.
Well, yesterday you did the long stream, and then you was just suffering from a bad head.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember doing 2 streams in 24 hours. I mean, I normally just do one long one and not do 2 different ones. Yeah, I remember doing one over here, going over to see Steve and that, and then he wanted to finish early, so they all come over to mine. I remember doing that, but I remember talking to you for a bit, Tony, but the rest of the day is a bit of a blur to me. Wow. That's bad, isn't it? Hi, Ubers. Hi, Ches. So, what's your guys' take on diet, sleep patterns, and weight? How does it all affect you guys? Because I found it's affected a lot of people's moods, especially on this platform.
Yeah. Well, with my work patterns, it's very hard for me to have a controlled diet, especially working away. So it's hard to eat healthy. So I'm always eating the wrong foods at the wrong times.
Yeah, but you work it off though, Tompkin.
I do sometimes, but amount of comfort eating I have, and because of a bit of stress at work and other stuff, and the drinking and that, I'm still putting on the weight. But when I do decide to lose weight,
the actual drink you do drink is spirit, so it's not fattening in that way, is it?
Yeah, I know. I mostly do drink it neat, but sometimes I do have it with Coke. That's very sugary and fattening.
Slap your wrist. Isn't there anything else you could drink it with that would be better for you?
I can have it with blackcurrant with orange juice, and stuff like that.
Blackcurrant is full of sugar.
Yeah, but orange juice isn't,
But what about tonic water?
Oh, tonic water.
Oh,
no.
I don't drink booze, so I'm just suggesting stuff. I do not drink booze, so it's.
I just don't like tonic water. It just tastes too artificial. I don't like that.
Yeah, but Chaz, what is your weight like? I mean, is it out of control, or do you find like when you eat anything you want that your mood changes and your sleep pattern all changes as well? Because we're actually trying to find out what the catalyst is for all of this and how to make it better, to cut one thing out or to change it, because it is affecting everyone's stress levels. I mean, obviously being on YouTube doesn't help half the time because of all what's going on. I mean, I've noticed I don't know whether Rights, Tonkin, and even you guys can answer this, like being in other rooms, there is a lot of undertones of rage and darkness going on. And I don't really go in other go in Rights' room a little bit, but and Steve's on that occasion, but I don't really go in a lot of rooms that I used to go in, because I'm like, why should I put myself through that when I'm already stressed out enough, with what I've got going on? Which is a difficult thing to do, but if I'm picking up all this stuff from other people, then it must be, quite a big, huge, wide problem that you can't really get away from, because not a lot of people can get out and about properly because of all these restrictions and stuff, especially at night when they're going to be closing the pubs. Was it at 10 o'clock or something? Have I got that wrong? As I don't drink, so
yeah, well, probably, yeah. You don't come under restrictions by that.
Yeah, Tom, Dean was a little bit, but that isn't the worst he's been though, and I think, and I'm not blaming Cy or Dean here, but I think it is because Cy wasn't letting him get a word in edgeways, and he was trying to defend Lee, which Lee isn't a bad person at all. I found it, if you explain the situation and he understands it, then he doesn't blow up so much. But that's the same with a lot of people. If you word it in a different way, because I'm quite a blunt person, and sometimes I think, what do you mean by that? And then you word it in a different way, and I think, okay, that's what you mean, and then we can carry on with the conversation. But not a lot of people online do that, and then it escalates into something else, and then it escalates into something else, and you think, whoa, hang on, where did this come from? It's quite difficult. Tom's saying soda or tonic, but he won't drink that.
I don't mind soda sometimes.
Hi, Manif.
Tonics.
No, you're right about the no money part. I mean, people are getting ready for Christmas. I know which, obviously it's, talk of the devil. Hello, darling, you right?
Yeah, I'm okay. How's
Hey,
things,
Marshall.
everyone?
I know that guy.
I know, his name's, it begins with an M, mother, no, Matthew,
You were talking about me when?
no, it was before I went, before my cats went going nuts. Tonkin asked if I'd spoken to you, and I said I'd reached out, but you hadn't responded yet. Well, we were a bit worried about you. That's all. We weren't slating you or anything.
I hadn't had no message from you.
I emailed you earlier on with the link for a start, and
I didn't. I ain't looked at my emails, babe. Honestly.
and I will go through my text now. I'm pretty, unless I didn't send it. That's probably about right, actually.
Do you know, I hadn't even looked at that phone. It's another phone on now.
Oh, okay.
It might have been yesterday or something. I don't know. But anyway, how's everyone? Everyone in the chat?
I think we were right.
I hope everyone's all good.
Well, I
having fun.
I got slapped around with my wife this morning. I'm doing fine. Better than a cup of coffee.
Oh.
It was a bit crazy the other night, wasn't it?
I actually typed it out, but ended up didn't sending it. Oops.
There you go, you bloody trouble.
You can be a ditzy blonde sometimes, can't you?
Yesterday I was not myself.
She never normally does that. She's normally giving me the wiggle finger. What are you doing, Kodo? Why aren't you responding?
No, I think I messaged you on WhatsApp.
No, she's a very lovely lady. You're a sweet lady, honey.
Yes, I know. I do try, don't I? Right.
She's like a second mother. Sometimes you want it, sometimes you don't always. Sorry, that was a bit cool, wasn't it?
Well, no, I did message you yesterday.
No, I know you did.
Hours, but yeah, so.
Hello to everyone. Nice to see Under a Blood Red in here.
I know.
I hope there's no differences from previous.
So why would there be any difference?
We just had a few words one night. It was a bit silly, really. We probably both had a drink. You know, I
get you.
You know.
Oh,
it was another stream, so I shouldn't have really mentioned it. But anyway.
Oh,
yeah, it was just
Tom, you actually misunderstand us. We all love Dean in here, so it's not like it's not a Dean bashing contest or anything.
No,
far from it.
Dean's lovely, and you were a bit soft on him, Vic. You were too soft on him. Because you should have made him come back from the garage, start bollard, naked. He owes us.
There is plenty of time for that.
And he owes Tonkin as well, didn't he, Tonkin?
Oh, yeah.
No, actually,
your brothers.
Actually, he made the bet with me, not the whole of YouTube. So,
I helped engineer it a little bit, didn't I? So I do feel part of that one.
What do you mean you helped? Excuse me, but
you were running every little thing you did. You were running it by me.
No, but the actual bet itself was my idea, and I can't believe I actually went through with that and actually made a bet with him of all people.
Went through with it, Tonkin. And listen, right, yeah. Let me tell you, yeah, and chat. She went through with it. Yeah, she won the bet, but she didn't collect. Is that?
Well, no, I haven't collected it. I haven't been to Ireland yet. Come on.
Yeah, she's saving for face to face.
What's the point?
No.
Well, it's the suspense of when it's going to happen, you know.
Call
never
tools,
know.
no, call tools. It's a face-to-face 24-hour bet.
Yeah.
Well,
So that way I can make
all good
sure he
fun
does
anyway.
it, because that
It
way
was
he
nice
doesn't have.
seeing him out and about and putting
Yeah,
his
I
face on
know.
camera for a bit.
He does put his face on camera quite a bit.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm going to be really boring, but who's seen what happened in Formula One?
Oh yeah. I didn't watch it at the end. Did Hamilton end up winning it?
Uh,
No.
well,
Oh.
Ubers has put up.
Verstappen got it.
Ubers has put up a point. He said, "What are your thoughts on Jewish people fleeing Europe?" Well, anyone fleeing Europe for reasons if they're scared and that isn't nice.
People wanting to flee parts of Europe.
Well, because of what's going on the borders, isn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah, well, I experienced that when I worked with the Red Cross a little bit.
Yeah, you
And
did.
it's not nice seeing people displaced. It doesn't matter where they're from, what religion they are. People displaced is people in agony, and he's right to bring that up because it's doesn't matter really. You know, I mean, when you do it from I was that was my work I did, and it was kind of a bit of a not a planned part of a career or anything like that. It just happened, and in layman's terms, it just happened. It was something that I got asked, and thought, well, I might as well do that this summer. I ain't got much else to do. So
Well,
yeah, it's seeing
what's-
people displaced out of their homes is horrible.
Oh, Uber saying I don't particularly like cool tools, but that's 100%. Oh dear. Well, when you just say what you mean, Ubers, you know.
It's all right, Ubers. No love lost here.
Oh, come off it, you two. You're not that bad. You do like each other, really, to a degree.
We haven't really got anything to disagree about apart from Jimmy O, and he's not relevant anymore. So let's move on.
What? He hasn't died, has he?
No,
I was going to say.
he hasn't got a
Sorry.
show anymore. He doesn't go on hardly.
Oh, okay. He's given up on that, has he? I wouldn't know. I haven't really been on. I've been too busy in that, and I had that bad cold for a while, or two of them, in fact. So during those two colds, I made my voice worse by helping Steve, which is okay because he needed it. But that's what friends do, isn't it?
I mean, people displaced. It's awful to see close up. You know, I mean, you walk past somebody in a normal city and see or hear families, you know, having to move into sheltered housing and things like that. It's not nice. None of it's nice. You know, the only positive thing is if you can do something positive for them. And that's why I used to do what I used to do. You know what I used to do, don't you, Vic?
Never apologise for being honest. Honesty.
You know what I used to do, don't you, Vic? I used to give all my food away.
I know you was a gigolo.
Oh, for God's sake!
He was a 2-bit hooker. He used to dance for food, and that's why he was hungry the whole time. Apart from that, yeah, you went to the Red Cross and gave away your rations and that. And
I used to do it all the time. I couldn't stop myself because I don't know. I had this thing that I developed for especially food and sustenance, and it. I just thought, oh, I'll get some later on. You know, when we go back to the base or whatever. It didn't always happen.
And hearing the mortar fire outside was his cue to like get out there and strip off for everyone to keep them entertained.
Wow, but no, hearing what I suppose it's Ukraine you're on about, Blood Red.
Yeah, I think it'd be the Ukraine border. Well, there's a Polish border, Ukraine, and what's going on in Taiwan.
Yeah, because Russia's really. I mean, when when a division moves up on against the border, I mean, unless there's a planned sort of exercise about to go on, you know,
Well, I think they always do planned exercises, isn't it? When I don't want to be like really giving my boot into Russia and that, but whenever there's a slight thing going on around the world, they always exploit that situation by moving their troops into the baddest of places deliberately so they can get what they want out of people. They've done it quite a few times, and I
well,
think they
I
should
think
I think they should get their heads out of their arses and start to be, actual like well played, like get along with people right now because of what's going on. Not exploit the situation. But that's
the
just my
thing
own personal opinion.
is the likes of you know, Russia doing that to them sort of countries. They've done it to a number of countries along that
Oh
border,
well,
haven't they?
well.
They're quite sort of apparent in doing that, and it isn't. What was it before Moldova, and they've done it to a number of
Yeah, they have.
countries, you know, or being closely involved where they make it a proxy war. I mean, that's the favourite. It's these proxy wars, and we were fighting that for many years in other parts of the world, but essentially they shouldn't really be doing that, and they're going to get a big response. I think it's testing the
Union.
new European sort of situation. I think it's a test about that more than wanting to take over the Ukraine as such. But I don't know what anyone else thinks, really.
I think it's a bit of both. I think they do want to take it over, but they want to do it in a way that's going to get them. I think they're trying to do it to get money and restrictions lifted from them, using it as a power play like that, and then save what they're going to do for later on, because they will do it regardless. They're just pressing people's buttons right now. You poke the bear enough,
Yeah. So you haven't really been online then since the end of that stream that you took into the early hours the next day.
What
It's like dinner time, wasn't it?
That last stream I think was nearly 6 hours long, wasn't it?
But coming on 8, I think it was.
After another one, being joined onto another one, and then going back to yours. So essentially, that day you've done probably 20 hours.
That sounds about right.
Including like the amount on Steve's and whatnot.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, with the one I did initially was just over 4, and
so you did
next
about 10 yourself.
Oh no, it was nearly 11 hours, and then I went over to Steve's as well. So that was that was over an hour. So then I wonder, I don't bloody really remember what went on that day. Fucking hell!
You don't remember? There was so much. And
no. I actually remember the day I did the streams, but the day afterwards was a bit like hazy for me.
Sleepy, weren't you? I mean, that was a bit uncomfortable for a lot of people, wasn't it? Right?
Yeah.
Well,
the Tonkin, not Tonkin. Sorry.
Blame it on Tonkin.
Blame it on me.
They weren't giving it. Wasn't giving anyone room to talk, and Celtic was bang at it, like with his point, which is fair comment, but not allowing each other to talk really makes it hard for everyone else as well. It
does, but this is the thing. When you've got Sai, who I mean, I love Sai, he's a lovely man, but he'd obviously had a lot to drink that night as well. And he wasn't listening to anybody else. He just kept on and on and on. And he was raising his voice
very
louder
loud
and louder.
As well. I could tell it was getting in your brain a little bit.
Well, I was gonna start muting mics in the end, but I thought
he was gonna do that. In fact, I wish I had said to you.
No, I had my hand over his mute button. I thought, shall I or shall I not? And I did mute him a couple of times because I just about had enough at that point because my head was just like raging.
Because that ain't fair, is it?
But no, I mean, other people were trying to talk and he was trying to butt in. And especially when Tonkin was trying to help Dean out with his camera thing. And Si was just going on. And I just went, Si! I thought, oh shit, I just screamed down the mic at him. And normally I don't end up screaming at people down mics, but I do apologise, guys, in chat, but I did start screaming.
It needed to happen, didn't it, Tonkin?
Yeah.
I could tell, right. So you were struggling with it a bit. I was.
Well, Mike's thought they were being serious.
Yeah, it's kind of a, it appears that way, doesn't it? But you know, they're all love at the end of it. But in a way, it does. Somebody who doesn't know how they are, it would appear that way, and it is uncomfortable.
Well, Wright's is getting used to how the Irish are with their terminology and stuff because using the C word and things like that. So
I still don't like it. I still hate the other word, the H word.
Which H word are we talking about? Like
the H word, you know,
the hooker
wheelchair. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Oh, that one. Yeah. Well, yeah, of course you would. I mean, I don't particularly like it either, but you know that they don't mean it in that way. So
no, but it's just not nice. That one.
But it's like an everyday word to them, you know.
Yeah, it's not.
So
there's other words.
It's no, there are other words, you're right. But for people that use those words all the time, it's hard to stop using them, you know.
I kind of get how they use the C word, and they're more accepting of that than how they use the other one. But that might be just me, you know.
Is that right, Tom? He's saying this passport vax is getting hacked.
Probably.
Really?
Whoa.
How's Tom Joe, the little legend? I hope things are going good.
We're not going to bring Steve Laws into this Ubers because you know that I get on with him very well, and we're not.
So you're not going to bring who into it?
Steve Laws, Patriot.
Okay. Well, you know, there's not always going to be perfect harmony everywhere, but people have got to accept other people, and it's like I mentioned with Blood Red on the way in. You know, I've got no issue with him. It was just a silly little thing. He asked me, and he was in drink, and I couldn't be ringing Jimmy O and getting him unblocked at 2 a.m.
No,
because we were up. Yeah,
yeah.
It's what it is. It doesn't matter. It's finished. You know, and that's it. We shake hands and we move on, just like he's just done, like the bigger man.
It happens a lot because, like, not that I get like that, but a few people have tried to contact my mods to get hold of me to get people unblocked. And it's like 6 o'clock in the morning, and I'm saying, I am not calling up Vix at that time of morning to get her to unblock people when she might have a valid reason for doing it. She might not have done it herself. I'll contact her at a decent hour and go through it then. But people are so impatient sometimes.
Though, don't we? Wait until the next live.
Yeah, we do, but normally, like when we are talking that, it's about everyday life. It's not about YouTube.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, even when you're running a stream,
we are like a close family.
Convenient.
Well, yeah, I mean,
we are silly o'clock.
Well, yeah, quite. But like normally when I'm talking to you in the early hours of the morning, like making sure your health is okay and things like that, and families are okay, you know, it's about that. It's not about, oh, did you hear about such and such and such and such on YouTube?
Yeah, check for your block
what an a-hole. You know, there's nothing like that. Not at all, you know.
We do silly things. I mean, I've sent you a text at a stupid hour. Or you've been running a live and you ain't been too happy, and because you're running a live, you know, and
we're trying to.
Tonkin's famous for that.
Well, yeah, he actually does it deliberately.
He is, yeah, I think he does.
I
Yeah,
think
he's a right,
I think
he's a
one
right old
live
shit stirrer.
stream, I got like, what was it, 20 phone calls in a
He's
live.
doing it to stress you out, so you call him
I
round.
plead the
to
fifth on
stress
that
you.
one.
You can plead the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. I know it's you because your name comes up.
Oh, I'm gonna have to stop blocking my number then, ain't I?
Oh
No,
dear.
then again, I still know it's you.
He'll still know it's you. She'll use the
Yeah,
force. Or she'll say, Coulters, what do you reckon out of 10? This is Tonkin. And I'll say 9.95.
yeah. Guess who?
And
We all have
he's
patterns, don't
bloody
we?
doing it now.
Well, you had
God's
to mention.
sake. Oh dear.
I must admit, sometimes running these streams when you've got mad conversations going on with all different people from different parts of the world, and the panel's full, and then you've got the chat, because Vix never forgets to chat, and a lot of people that run
No.
these streams can do, and
Yeah.
she does a great job at looking at the chat as well, and that's what's helped the channel.
It's not that
It's very
obviously
inclusive.
when I'm having a rant, it's a bit more difficult to pay attention to the
That's
chat.
when it could probably get a bit difficult, because I didn't find it easy running a stream, when all them kind of things are happening, because if you're going to do it, you've got to make sure that the chat's well included, because some people prefer to stay in there at times.
True, but when you want to get all your points across, and then people are trying to get you off track and throwing in stupid comments in there, like calling you a bloody nonce or something like that, and you think,
Oh, I'm sick of that word as well.
well, quiet, but people do it just to annoy you and that, and it's like, really? Breathe, go on to something else, continue what you were saying, because you're obviously getting to them, because they wouldn't have thrown that up there.
Yeah.
It's like that, and I think both N words get thrown out way too much.
Oh, definitely. I must admit the other one ain't so bad, but still, it shouldn't come into it. It's we get sort of touching on political aspects of a lot of our streams, don't we? At times, about the 800 years and this and that, and that can be hard for us, not knowing
Right.
how to react. How I mean, we have our views, and and we don't really care as long as
I was going to
everyone's
ask
in harmony, really, do we? Me
Tom,
and you. And
are you saying you're 6'5" in Brazil, or are you? So that comment's just like throwing me a little bit. How tall are you in like? If you got nicked in the cop shop, what height would they come up with? And I'm not saying you have been nicked in the cop shop or anything like that, because that's not what I'm saying.
Talking to
Tom Joe, he just put in the chat, in Brazil I'm 6'5", but in separate comments. So I'm just making sure.
Yeah, she does always look at the chat, doesn't she, Tonkin?
Normally I go through it after the stream to make sure that everybody's been behaving and none of the mods have gone off their rocker and got Spanner happy. Because
that doesn't happen really either, does it?
No, it hasn't for a long
We've
time.
We've never had a rogue mod, have we?
Actually, we have, but I've taken care of it quietly.
Oh, okay. But I don't remember any real serious. I mean, you could put me wrong, because it's your channel, isn't it? But I do know you kind of made a nice place to come, and Merry Christmas to everyone, and Blood Red also, especially Blood Red, because I got nothing against him, and
no, I haven't
it's
either.
nice to have the olive branch put out a little bit, and that means
thing,
if you see each other about, you might buy me a drink.
Ubers and I over the whole time on YouTube, we have little differences here and there, but we've never actually been all out attacking each other, because there is a respect there. And I would rather talk to him. I mean, I think we've spoken on the phone a couple of times where we've like talked about things and sorted it out. So no, it's all okay. And that I'm not an unreasonable person. I will talk to people to sort things out if I believe it's worth it. If it's gone past the point where I don't think it'll be beneficial, then what's the point in winding each other up? You know.
No. Who believes in the great big reset that's going on? Summer.
Well, it's something going on, isn't it?
I
They're
actually do
trying
to a
do
degree.
something. You know, I
Well,
mean,
it's going to be a great big reset, already. It's coming.
definitely Summer.
But to
I
what it's
mean,
going
look
to
at how
be.
I've never, you know, I really, I would have talked to you last night, Vix, but I waited and waited and waited for a phone call that never came. And my friend,
I thought you meant from me. I was going to say, was I supposed to call you last night?
my
Oh,
friend,
fucking hell.
he's down in South Carolina.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, yeah, I do remember you saying that you was going to wait
He's
for a
down
call,
in
but then you
South
was going to call me
Carolina,
afterwards.
and
I
that's
remember that
along
now.
that area where there's all.
The storms.
Oh yeah, but I mean, Kentucky's the place where it really kicked off. 200 miles of a continuous tornado. That's terrifying, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
December birthday month party live stream is the 18th. Okay. How long is this live stream likely to be? Oh, you're 6'5.5". Okay, so you're an inch shorter than my tallest ex, as he was 6'6.5". And that to me was very interesting because he was so bloody tall. And I don't normally wear heels. I normally wear flat shoes as well. So
I mean, I never really got to speak to my friends, you know. So I was hoping for some sort of sign. I know they're okay, but because I got that word by someone else. But you know, that part of the world has been decimated. I mean, you imagine that just before Christmas. You know,
yeah.
people killed as well. There's they say around 100.
Oh, he said Brazil is hacking the Vax passport.
Ah, right. Okay. Doesn't surprise me. Brazil's one of them countries that's just totally influenced by other countries.
It's only 4 to 8 hours, right? Okay, I will see. See, I can't plan things in advance because I never know what's going on with my head. But if I'm up and about, then yeah, sure. But it's a different time zone as well, isn't it? So I will. Leo, will you move over? For goodness sake. This dog is laying in the... He's still like laying like next to me or in the space. He's like laying right underneath me. So I'm having to like put my legs over the top of him.
Lewis Hamilton loses the championship in his potential 8th world championship, record breaking. And what it was is they were under the safety car. Normally, all the back markers would go past the safety car and the front person.
Leo, will you move over?
To allow the race to restart. But because they're on the last lap, they allowed the cars behind Lewis Hamilton to take him to the second place behind him, Max Verstappen. Then they restarted the race, where Max Verstappen on super soft tyres goes past Lewis Hamilton and eventually makes it stick, and then wins the championship and wins the race. It's never happened before.
Wow.
Tonkin, did you post that link or?
Yeah, I think that's the right link.
It's dramatic as anything, Tonkin. It's well worth a watch. Because obviously Mercedes has put all the appeals in, but normally there was 2 other cars that should have gone back past as back markers, but there wasn't time. So the race director played it that way. And obviously Mercedes thought they were going to end the race under the safety car, but the race director wanted them to end under racing circumstances, which they did. But
Right,
obviously,
okay.
Max managed to get past Lewis. It was crazy.
So,
But anyway, enough about that.
so he would have definitely won if they hadn't have got
Oh,
involved.
definitely, yeah.
So that's what makes it. I mean, was Hamilton a good sport about it, or did he throw his dummy out?
Oh no, I bet he wasn't.
What does that mean, virtue signal? I don't get that one.
Virtue signalling is similar to where during all the England matches that they would go out on the pitch and bend the knee. That's virtue signalling.
Oh, right, okay.
That's one example of virtue signalling.
Yeah, no, I quite believe it. No, it's crazy.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. He does virtue signal. Mind you, a lot of sports people do that, and I actually lost. I know it probably sounds bad, but
they do that. A lot of sports
I lost
people.
a lot of respect for the England players because apart from which was the one England player that would not get on his knee. I can't think of his name. It's just one player that wouldn't, and I can't think of his name off the top of my head because I've hardly had any decent sleep. It will come to me.
And his private friend. Yeah, it's all the ones with the political sort of angle or something they want to push.
Well,
and yeah, they'll do that.
I can sort of like see at the start of it where they were actually doing it because of what happened, but then when they actually came out and said they were a political party, then they should have stopped doing that completely because politics and sports aren't supposed to mix.
Yeah.
And then they continued to do it.
That was going to be my point.
Now that's what pissed me off, and I
the way I saw it
turned off to it.
It will come again, and at the end of the day, it's about the sport, not about them other things. But yeah, they do bring it into it. It's like the power of using that medium to try and push their other narrative.
Okay.
Which really it shouldn't happen, but maybe the sport's fault for letting that pass.
If you need any help, Snark, let me know, because normally, say, if I'm having a good day in regards to like my head and that, and I'm not busy doing like everyday things, I'd be up for helping.
Well, guys, I'm gonna have to go.
They were a very good band. Yeah, he wants to go to Nando's.
Yeah,
fucking Nando's.
You have to Nando's.
Yeah, gonna meet up with my colleagues and that. I thought I'd have something spicy to clear my sinuses because I'm coming down with a bad cold. I think
something spicy to clear your sinuses. Why don't you go and get some glycerin from Boots or something and do it properly?
No, I prefer to have the spice.
Yeah,
but
something spicy.
But then you'll get the bad digestion, then you get the bad wind, and then you'll be putting on the weight, and it'll be Vix, I feel like shit.
Yeah, then when Vix when he gets home with this, he'll be giving him a.
No, he's working right now, so he won't be going home to Liz. He'll be phoning me up and I'm going, I don't feel well. Oh, Vix, what am I going to do? Yeah. Sod off, you went to Nando's.
Did she get a spicy chicken Cujon for afters, Tonkin?
Oh, yeah.
I will be turning my phone off and I'll say, no, you made your bed, you lie in it, even though if it is a travel lodge or wherever you're staying.
Well, it's been that cold lately. I've been feeling like they'd be lucky to get a bloody chicken nugget.
Oh, dear.
Oh, well, I'm going to shoot off, guys. I'll still be listening in chat for a bit.
I can't believe you were talking about diet and now you're going to bloody Nando's. I mean, for goodness sake.
It's healthy chicken, you know. I might have a salad with it.
You might have a salad with it, which is covered in dressings and all that crap, which is not good for you either.
Yeah, okay. Well, you know, little steps, baby steps, you know.
Baby steps? You'll be breaking the bloody steps you carry on.
Well, when I do decide to go on a diet, I do tend to lose about
He's going
30
to
to
send
40
all the
pounds
food that
easily.
he normally orders up to Cool Tools instead.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'll send you a big buffet.
I'm all right today, thank you.
Hey,
How has been?
when we go to the island, you guys are going to seem massive compared to me.
Oh God, I
Yeah.
tell you what, we're in for a treat.
Mm.
Some of that
why
food
is
in
that?
Ireland is
Oh yeah.
absolutely gorgeous. Honestly,
So,
they bring it out on a board.
Marshall, you
Every
telling me I'm
trimming
going to have to
going.
go on a diet before I go over the island? Is that what you're saying to me?
No, we're going to say we're going to take
No,
you
but
over an
listen,
island
you're
and we're
not
going
going
to
to be on
fatten
a
you up,
diet
girl.
when you're there. Trust me.
Yeah,
No,
we're
no,
going to
no,
fatten you
no.
up.
I'm talking about beforehand.
No, you don't need to go on a diet. You need to put on some weight, girl. You know that.
Yeah, but
No, Tom can come round and spin you around and give you your exercise.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I am not being a spinner for Tonkin. Behave yourself.
Oh jeez. Well, on that note, I'm going to go
All right, mate.
before it gets
Take
too
care. Have
bad.
a nice meal.
All right, you take care, everyone. See you later,
All right.
rights. See
And
everyone
don't
in
eat the
chat.
whole restaurant.
Oh, I won't.
I
Take
know
care.
it's an all-you-can-eat buffet, but you can leave some for everyone else.
Yeah, no, but that's only the salads and that lot, So if it's only eating salads, hey, it's healthy.
I've never eaten in there before, but I prefer to make my own food.
Yeah, I do too as well. No, I prefer women to make your own food as well and watch them.
Oh, you've got a new icon.
Even up.
God
Hey,
bless.
God bless.
Yeah, just the background.
Yeah,
Later, brother.
yeah.
No,
Have a
I
good
just give
time.
Don't get food
Oh, hang
poisoning.
on a minute. Let me turn my other speaker off. There we go. How's
Get
that?
with the program, God bless. You should know by now on how to bloody come onto YouTube.
Yeah. No, I just do a.
He takes bloody liberties. He really does.
How you doing? You alright? I'm
Yeah,
only in
not
for
bad.
5 minutes because I've had to do that thing once a year, going up to the
So,
dark
what?
dungeon called the Loss.
I was going to say,
Decorations down.
what? You going to make love to your wife, are you?
What, with 5 kids here? Now then. No.
No,
No.
that is why you only get it once a year.
No, you're joking.
Oh, dear.
She's 15 years younger than me.
Well, yeah, exactly.
It's like a Benny Hill, chasing me around the bedroom. I've come home from work. Anyway, moving on from that one.
So, God bless you running around the bedroom.
No,
No,
then
that's
keep
I'd
them
love to
people
see that. You running around anywhere would be quite fun.
So so I've had to get all the decorations down. We've got 2 huge lofts, one out here, one in the house. So and they're jam packed. So I'm to move everything around and
So are you telling me you haven't put your Christmas decks up yet?
12 days before Christmas.
Yeah, but normally, because you've got kids, you get them to put the decorations up. That's what kids are for.
Yeah, then I have to do it all over again, didn't I? So we do it together. I supervise, but we.
You supervise. Oh, that's a laugh, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it is. And then we've got like a winter wonderland in the back garden. I used to put it out the front of the house, but you get too many people pulling up, sat in their car with the engine running. You think someone's going to knock the door. And just coming to look at the decorations. So I put most of them around the back of the house in like a winter wonderland garden. So yeah, just because. Yeah. So anyway, I was going to ask you, Vix, because you deal with the NHS quite a bit, don't you? And doctors and stuff.
Well, it depends on what regard you mean.
Well, I had an appointment a couple of days ago, and I went to my doctor's, and oh my God, it's only for a blood test, but you think I'd have more chance going to see Biden at the White House with their IED strapped to me. They'd probably welcome to be in, give me a cup of coffee while I wait for them to finish. So I go to the doctor's, they got one of these electronic doors, and I step up to it. Normally it just opens, and it's making the clicking noises, and I'm thinking, oh, is it faulty? So I'm waiting there for a couple of minutes. I look through the window, and I can see the receptionist at the doctor's. She looks over at me, and I look at her, and she carries on, and I knock the glass, and then she comes on the intercom. Yes, what do you want?
Okay.
And I couldn't help myself. I said, "Well, I'll give you a clue. It's not McDonald's and a strawberry milkshake." I think that set the mood for the rest of the like the moment. So, I mean, I'm at doctor's for an appointment. What do you think I'm there for? Anyway, so eventually she like huffs and buzzes me in. Where's your mask? I don't have one. Why don't you have one? Really abusive. And I said, because I'm exempt. But why are you exempt? I don't mean to be rude. Are you a doctor or a nurse? She goes, no, I'm the receptionist. I said, well, have you taken your Hippocratic oath? She goes, no, why would I do that? I said, because you're asking me my personal medical details, and you're not supposed to ask me why I'm exempt. And if you are, a medical staff here, you'd see that in my, but obviously you can't access my files. Anyway, so I said, look, I'm not being funny with you, right? But I don't think you should be asking those people those personal questions. And she goes, yes, I can, because I work here. I said, so, and I couldn't help myself. I said, so do the cleaners. It's true, isn't it? And then she tried to give you one of those visors, those space shields to put over your face. I don't know if you ever worn one of those. It's like shouting down a well. It's like coming on here and not turning down your YouTube channel when you're on the telephone because you can hear the feedback. And so I looked at it. I said, I'm not being funny, but look at the state of it. How old is this? How many people have put that man their face and spat on it or coughed and all their saliva? Because, we clean them. Oh, okay. And I went to put it on, and accidentally, as I went to put it on and pull the rubber bit, it snaps. Oh, damn. So, and then she went and got me a brand new one. But I tried to look on the internet and ask people, but no one seems to have an answer. Can receptionists at a doctor's ask you why you're medically exempt?
No one's allowed.
I can't. Yeah, doctors can.
No, I don't think even doctors are allowed because it would say so on the government website, would it not?
Well, the police. I've seen videos on people going into supermarkets. You've probably seen them around as well, and people have been arrested for not complying because they're not putting one on, and they just say medical exempt. Then the police say, "Well, why are you medical exempt?" And I don't think the police. I don't know because it's a law, isn't it? It's the police.
No, it's not actual law. It's
Oh no, it's it's not been passed through Parliament. That's what I'm telling people. Don't worry about the fine because any judge would laugh it out of court. It would be laughed out of court. It's not been voted on in Parliament, so they cannot make it mandatory, as in the fact that they can give you a fine. Am I correct?
Well, yeah, you are, but a lot of people just put it on because it saves hassle. But the reason I don't wear mine is because I black out, and if I black out and was to hurt somebody or hurt myself, then I would take them to court, and I say to them, would you be prepared for that? And then they say no. I said, well, there's your answer then, isn't it? Yeah.
I mean, I don't wear well because I've got COPD, and I really do fine. But do you know what? If I was medically fit, like Arnold Schwarzenegger or whoever, or Usain Bolt or whatever, I would not wear a mask anyway because of the bacteria after 20 minutes, and it's a load of bollocks. We all know it is. Unless you've got one of those proper, I don't know if you've seen your doctors when you've been to doctors. Do you remember back in the 70s and 70s, where you used to have a hairdryer and it'd go like a big bag on top of their head? They wear those things, don't they, doctors, in some surgeries? It's like something out of an alien film, or a science film, sci-fi film. But that's what I'm just asking. I didn't think. I've been looking on, scrolling on the internet, trying to find something. And I just cannot find anything. So thanks so much. I think that's you're correct in your opinion as well. Because like I said,
because when they tried to change it all and bring it all back in, we got a problem, and Rotten Politics highlighted this, that the information on the government website hasn't changed at all. The wording is still exactly the same, so they cannot do that. And they know they can't, but they're just hoping if they huff and puff enough, a lot more people will listen. But that's not the case, because a lot of people read.
Yeah. I mean, do you listen to the radio at all? The radio, when you have adverts in there. Now they've got an advert. I mean, I like to listen to talk radio. It's pretty good.
I've given up on that one as well. That they've gone a lot more.
Yeah, they've gone a little bit wokey, haven't they? I mean,
Yeah,
Mike
that's
Graham's
why I
still
don't
good.
bother.
Yeah, Mike Graham's still good. I used to love what's his name? The Shock Jock from back in the day. Oh, he's on in the evenings. I cannot remember his name right now. And back in the day, he used to be really good. And because he had a bit of a cancer scare now, and he's become one of those grumpy kind of bastards that you see in a supermarket and look at you saying you're killing Granny, kind of thing, you know. My boy as well. He went to get on his bus to go to college 7 o'clock the other morning, and this bus driver that he's dealt with several times before. He said, "Look, where's your exemption card?" He goes, "My boy goes, I haven't got one, but I am exempt." He goes, "Well, until you get the exemption card, you're not getting on the bus." And I have to take him in. So I've got to deal with it.
I always wear mine, and the actual thing is like bright red, so they can literally see it from quite a distance away. So I don't have to be bothered anymore. But no, I used to have it like tucked away, but now I have it right on the front, so people just leave me alone now because I get irritated. And because as you know, I've got a big dog as well. If I get irritated enough, then it's going to pipe the dog up a bit, which I do not want.
Yeah. Pick up on that, wouldn't he?
No, I agree, Tom. It should be doctor-patient privilege. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, because they take the Hippocratic oath. That is why it's like a priest. If you go to do confession, they're not allowed to disclose what you say to them.
Well, police, any kind of staff anywhere are not allowed to even ask you. It is against the law for them to even do so. So they're breaking the law by doing that. That is harassment at the end of the day. I mean, do you honestly think people would, just go out without wearing one at all? I mean, even if they weren't, they don't have to prove it to you or not. And I think they would get huge backlash if they were to do it like that, because doctors don't provide letters for you to say that you're exempt or not. They won't do it. They're not allowed to do it, which makes it a lot more difficult. That's why they worded it on their website the way they have.
I don't think it's to last much longer now because people just, in our country, right? So Vets, how you doing, my fella? We got the thing with our prime minister, which would be your president in other terms, and
well, he is an American after all.
Yeah,
Bojo is American.
I do go on his channel. I do sub for him. He's a good guy, and I
Thank
think
you.
people now just really.
I beg your pardon. You're saying Bojo's a good guy?
No, who said that?
I thought that's what you just said. I do.
No, I didn't say. I didn't say Bojo's good. No, I said people have had enough now with all the hypocrisy and the bullshit. Do as I do, not as I say. Kind of say. And people are waking up to it all now.
I don't know whether you want to jump up, D, because it's just sort of explaining what went on with AFA and that, and he got porn bombed and all of this. Rights of Vets got porn bombed yesterday several times and that.
What's porn bombed? Sorry, what do you mean? Like people sending images?
No, say we were up on panel like this, they would come up and they would show naked pictures. They'd be like sexual noise, that kind of porn bomb.
You mean like backgrounds? Like I got a bar,
or say,
or it'd be full on,
or say something wrong.
Oh yeah. I mean, I can understand people putting crap in this chat log, but you don't really. You only let people in that you really know, and say like, all right, you let someone in you didn't really know. Don't take a set. You see their picture, don't you, before you accept them on StreamYard?
Yeah, I do agree. Michael Gove isn't the man to run the country either. He's a virtue signaller as well. I'm not sure anyone in the Conservative Party would be a better leader, which doesn't really say much, does it?
What I will say is this, is that people are forgetting a few years ago when we was going to remain or leave. What were the choices? Either Bojo, right? And I tell you what, at the time, I mean, when I've looked at him over the years, he's more of a people person than all of them. He's, you know, he makes mistakes. He has a laugh and this that, and makes an idiot of himself sometimes.
Yeah, but
You know, but we all do, don't we?
don't you actually think that since he supposedly got the kung flu and that he changed?
No, I'll tell you what was specific about that time was who he's with. He's married.
Yeah.
He's a green party.
Carrie, and
Yeah.
that. But I this is my own personal opinion. I think that somebody threatened his life or something along that line because he changed dramatically. And he seemed scared a lot of the time. I was reading his body language and he just seemed nervous and scared the whole time he was
Yeah, he's
making
changed a lot,
pictures.
hasn't he?
So I personally think somebody's gotten to him in that way. I don't know, I could be wrong, but that is just my own gut feeling.
Yeah, that's the downside of having WhatsApp when you share images.
No. I didn't actually have WhatsApp at that time. I've only just got it back recently.
I'm on about Boris. You know, a lot of people,
I get you.
They share images or comments and stuff, and then they get blackmailed or kind of things. It's like that policewoman, that black policewoman who was the picture girl for the armed police department. You know, she's a black girl with a machine gun, and she was like the poster girl for the Met Police. And it turned out she had received and looked at paedophilia or pedophile, however you want to say it, images, but nothing ever come of it. So, but Boris, like I said, I hope he still stays. Is our best bet.
Hang on a minute, hold up. So, a woman head up in the police department was looking at indecent images of kids, and she still had her job.
Yeah. Hang on a second. I wonder if I can say it. Female police.
That is disgraceful. Heidi.
Well, look at the Labour Party. That woman, another one, who threatened to throw acid in her ex-boyfriend's lover's face. Went to court for it, admitted it, but she's still in Parliament, and she's still claiming money.
ID, John.
Oh, God.
Black female police officer with child.
I'll speak to Pap about it. I'm sure he knows a lot about it because his channel.
Actually, he's coming back. You know, I don't know if you know.
I know he was on my channel yesterday. The day before. Yeah, he came on both streams.
Oh, I do love Dan. He's
he's getting there. Bless him.
Yeah, and it's just what I do is I'll put a link here. It's just so calm and such a nice guy.
God bless. What kind of link is this? Because I don't want to. Because I'm monetized. I don't want to get into serious trouble.
So it's probably a little bit lefty. That's an independent. That's the newspaper.
Right, okay.
I wouldn't do nothing else. You know me.
Well, I'm just making sure because.
Oh yeah. You know what I'm like. It's too early for me to be that pissed.
No. You actually have to ask, don't you, when you're letting people put in links and stuff? You actually have to ask. How are you, Dee? Can you hear us?
Uh-oh, she's having a hard time.
Can you hear us,
Hello.
Dee? Oh, you can
hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, darling. Okay, how are you?
Oh, I'm good. How are you
That's
guys? Everybody doing good?
Yeah, I'm a bit tired, but no, the raging migraine earlier, but it's going eventually. You know, it'll give it about an hour and it'll be gone, I think.
I know the feeling.
Well, you know how it goes, you know. But I thought, I'm not going to cancel the stream this time because I had to do it last time because I was having seizures. But at least I'm conscious, so I thought, no, let's do it. It's how everyone is, isn't it?
That's a positive thing. You're conscious this time and not having seizures. Let's keep it good going that way.
Exactly. So what exactly happened yesterday then? I mean, Paul White has had it quite bad recently, hasn't he, with people? Well, I don't want to say attacking, but that's what it seems like they're doing. I mean, I don't know why. He's a lovely person.
I don't know why they're messing with him, honestly. we had accountability for all was had a panel last night, and it was just a joking and
Right.
kidding around panel. And we had sock accounts coming in, and one of them was Rights for Vets. And I mean, I was glad he was there at first, and then it started coming in and saying just hateful, nasty stuff. So I,
Yeah.
it didn't sound like him. So after the show, I went over and talked to him, and he's like, "Well, I wasn't even there." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." But we're having issues with people making clone and sock accounts and coming in and just attacking chats and attacking panels and so on and so forth.
That's not good. But did you actually realise it wasn't him?
Well, not until I went over and asked him, because at first came in nice, but then it came in later on down through the chat, and it was moving. The chat was moving really fast. It just started sounding like just things he wouldn't say, like
Yeah.
like positive stuff about the VA or just negative stuff about other people. Just, I mean, because he's just not that kind of person. He
But
doesn't go into
he
chats
would
and
never be
raising hell.
positive. He'd never be positive about the VA for a start. So that should have been your first clue. Cause
Correct. But see, there was at one point I was up on panel, wasn't watching the chat, and then I dropped
Yeah,
down
I
and
get
was
you.
back in chat, and so I wasn't for sure exactly what was going on, and that's why after that panel was over, I went over to I seen he was live, and I don't have any other way to contact him, so I went over there and I just put in there, "Thanks for coming to Accountability for All," and he said, "Wait, I wasn't there," and that's when I went up on panel to talk to him. So I was
It's
upset that
right.
there's just so many sock accounts, and I know quite a few that are going on right now because we've been fussing with them, and it's just getting bad. It's just really people aren't taking accountable for themselves, and it's just getting bad out there. And anybody that
It
has a
is.
channel, it seems like anybody that has a channel, like Bell says, no face, no space. Because even KY got porn bombed when it was my avatar.
That's not good. Well, he knows you wouldn't do that to him.
Oh, well, exactly. He knew that, but I guess I don't know. Maybe he didn't ask the person to show their face or something. I don't know. And and it went on there to show that and it's been a while, months and months ago.
He actually knows what we actually are, classy ladies. We would not do that to anyone. Yeah, I don't. KY of all people. No, I mean, I certainly wouldn't pom bomb people. I might make people a new asshole, but then again, they'd.
Well, me
but
too.
Then again, they would make sure it was me first.
Right. I mean, I'd never porn bomb anybody. Now I'll go up on a panel and rip somebody a new ass, but
yeah,
I would never porn bomb. I don't even condone anything like that. I think it's bull crap.
But taking people's channels down for that reason is horrible. It's cheap, it's nasty, and
right. I agree.
Tonkin saying, "I've seen your avatar under a different name."
Yeah, I've seen it too.
That's not good.
Guys, I've got a little bit of advice if you don't mind me just jumping in a bit. So
No, of course
if you
not.
see my avatar, God bless the UK, you'll see, I don't know if you can see it, I don't know if anyone's on a bigger media device to see. And what it is outside of Villa in Spain, opposite our Villa.
You're not actually using that at the moment, though, are you?
Yeah, if you look at my avatar, my name in the chat.
Yeah, it's very tiny.
Hey.
I'm only going on by what your wife told me.
Yeah, whatever. And I don't know if I can. I'm going to see if I can go to the settings and change it to that one. Then, I don't know. I'll do it later. Anyway, and so what that is I had the same problem as well. I thought it's mainly, I think YouTube hate me because I do seem to just disappear. I mean, I'm on XXTW or Tracy TW, whatever she calls herself now.
Yeah.
I've been a moderator for her for a couple of years now. And I went in there one day and I see all the usual people like Andy Redbowler and all the other ones, blah, 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 blah. And I say hello to them, but no one's saying hello back to me. So I got a secondary account, God bless the UK too. And I went into that and I could see my chat wasn't showing in the chat log on my other account. So I've spoken to her about it. She doesn't understand. Like little vet, Nobby.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm a vet. I was a mod for him when he had his YouTube channels, and they sorted it out in the end. But it was really hard work. I mean, obviously, when I'm a mod, another mod can't, block me. Only the person who owns the channel.
Or Google.
Yeah, there we go. See, now the thing is, right? No, but Google, yeah, but I can go onto other channels like you here, and I'm okay. I've got a spanner. I'm in blue. And
but no. What I mean is, like my channel's been sorted out now. Google have rectified the problem, so it doesn't actually happen in my channel anymore, and it hasn't happened for a little while, which is a good thing.
And lie to me, what you've done and how? Because I've got about 5 channels I've got to sort out. So what happened?
They didn't actually tell me what they did. They just said they stopped it, and it actually has stopped. So,
what? People disappearing?
Whatever they were doing to time people out and shit like that, it stopped. I've had no more issues.
Because sometimes it's that auto bot, that what's it called, Nightbot or something, where it automatically.
I've never used it, so
no, don't. It's very sensitive. People getting blocked or banned for no other reason if they put something in capitals. So what I've done with mine is, I mean, my avatar, I've used it all the time anyway. And so what it is, I don't know if you've ever been to Spain. You drive around out in the middle of nowhere and you see the roundabouts. And it's a joke on my friend who lives opposite to me. And what you do is you see these ladies of the night, but they're in the daytime, sat on these roundabouts, and you see them with a chair and an umbrella and a cool box. Well, you know what I'm on about, don't you? So, so that's his villa. Now, if you look at my avatar, there's a picture of like a smiley face in the corner, and that's covering the number of the villa. So, and I use that as a security thing. So if I get any shit, like, because I've been cloned. I've gone into a chat log and everyone's like dissing me. Well, not dissing me, but blanking me. And then I had a couple of people, you probably know them, message me privately and say, look, someone came in using your name, but not that avatar, and coming out like a right lefty kind of thing. And we know that it's not you. We told them that. And I've been cloned. I don't know if it's because I'm a fair moderator. Like anything nasty, racist, or anything against women, like they've done live streams, walking around London, and then someone says, "Oh, look at the size of her," that kind of thing, and being disrespectful to women about their appearance, which I think is disgraceful. And so that behind that little avatar where you've got the smiley face kind of thing in the top left-hand corner is the number of the villa, and only I know that, and so I can unmask that to show people, look, it wasn't me. Do you understand? It's like a what do you call it? A safe word.
Yeah.
It happens. Yeah. So I can understand. So D Johns or don't be a salty bitch. I don't. Which one do you go by?
Yeah. Well, I just go by D Johns. That's it. Don't be a salty bitch is just my avatar.
I mean, I've not met you before, so can you introduce yourself a little bit? Because I know most people on here. Where you're obviously in America.
Yes, I'm American, and I'm usually in the 1A community.
Where?
And constitution things that are constitutional, and I'm primarily in the 1A community. Government accountability, and filming the police, holding your government officials accountable. Those are the kind of chats that I'm in. The channels that I go to.
Like the rest of us here. Whereabouts in the USA are you?
I'm in Indiana.
Wow, is that cold or hot at the moment?
It's cold right now.
Bit like the UK then.
It
Yeah.
certainly is.
It's nice to meet you. Nice to speak to you.
Nice to meet you. I'm a former correctional officer. So I've seen
Really?
both.
Wow.
I've seen both sides of the good and the bad in the police
How long have you-
thing.
What, a correctional officer as in a prison guard?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
Indiana Department of Corrections.
What age group were you dealing with? Young or old? Or everything?
I primarily dealt with male juveniles up to the age from age 12 to 18.
Wow. You must be one hard woman. I mean
It
that
probably
in the nicest
seems like
way.
it now, dealing with YouTubers on a daily basis, such as in a bloody correctional facility. It's probably what it seems like half the time, because they don't know how to behave. They all need
Right.
timeouts and
The teenagers are the worst ones. All that testosterone, they've been incarcerated, they're in prison, got no release, kind of thing. And it's all about, they're, like being hard and not losing face. And wow, for you to work in that environment must have been quite stressful, surely.
It was. I was hurt in the prison, and I'm on disability now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes, the thing is, these young kids now have just got no respect for women. Or,
They have no
other
respect.
people,
They have
actually.
no respect for anybody, let alone
Anybody, yeah.
themselves.
Well, fair play to you. I mean, I respect that you did that job. That's an amazing thing for you to take on, especially in that environment.
Not all of them were bad. There's some good kids in there. There's kids that's misunderstood or made mistakes.
Oh, whose is that? That's your dog, is it?
no, it's
No.
not mine.
No,
Not mine.
It's not yours.
That's
I think
Michelle's
it's
dog.
Michelle. Yeah, Michelle.
So, Lee Johns, do you have a YouTube channel by the sounds of it?
Yes, I do. It's not.
Are you
I don't have a lot. I don't have a lot on it.
That's okay. That's okay. But everyone starts off small, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyone put a link up? Are you a mod on here, Steve Johns?
No, I'm not a mod.
DJ, have you got a site? Can you link it? Anybody else here? Rights for bets?
God bless, can you stop telling me what to do on my own channel, for fuck's sake?
I asked you if you could. I didn't say put it on there. Listen to me. I asked you if you could. Please.
Dog saying, hey! Leave out you.
Thank you, Kate.
Oh Lord, that's funny.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Someone's not had a primrose oil tonight.
Do you want to get blocked?
Yeah, I know. I just thought I knew that was going to come next. Oh dear.
Primrose oil, you cheeky sod.
We're losing our freedom of speech in the UK as well.
You, freedom of speech. I don't think a gag would even work on you.
Oh, no, I was on
And the dog agrees.
no, the dog's arguing with me. Yes, see? Look. Yes. How's your Star Wars collection going?
I think the dog wants you to squish it.
Those Malamutes and Shepherds are a little mouthy. They're a little lippy.
Oh,
God, I can even hear myself thinking for a minute. I was hearing that like through my headphones. I was like, wow. Even my dog could hear that. It's all right, Leo. Goodness me. He was fast asleep and all of a sudden, what the hell's going on here? He's laying up in bed now with his ears pricked up thinking, what the heck have I just woken up to?
I'm going to have one more beer and I've really got to get the decorations up.
one more beer, eh?
This is my third or fourth one since I've got the decorations.
No, that actually means 5 or 6, you know.
Last night, I must admit, well, Reverend Simon, he's got
Yeah.
and
I
he
was
was supposed to
going
come
to
on.
go over and see him last night, but my head was not with it at all. So
Well, I'm glad you didn't. But although you can watch the rewind of it now, because
What? How bad was it?
I'm usually the first caller on there, and I used to mod his other channels, and he came on. He had Daddy Dragon on.
Yeah, Pap said that he was going to
Yeah.
go on there.
It was good, and yeah, Pat was on there last night as well. I said hello to Dan, and I got on there, but I'd had the thing is Simon was about an hour and a half late. So
Oh, is that all?
And I had a few too many beers last night because I hadn't eaten since the night before. And I got on there and had a good chat with
But God
Danny
bless you. You could always get up off your backside and make your own food. There's nothing stopping you, is there?
Oh no! Listen, no! It's nothing. Hey, listen, it's nothing to do with that. We got more food than we should have, to be honest.
So what's your excuse for not eating then?
Oh, just doing things. All right. I'm not going to put you on a guilt trip. So, but I don't really tell you. But I work for it's a place called Swindon Scrap Store. It's a children's charity. So we get donated so much stuff, and we knock it back out. We set up a boxing gym to take the kids off the street. We cater for disabled people as well.
Yeah.
We get food. Oh my God, the amount of food we get, and we have to redistribute. I'm the pickup, and so like Marks and Spencer's. My car, the day before yesterday, on Friday, I had to go about 8, 9 o'clock at night. Oh my God, if you saw how much food they gave me, I couldn't see out. I could only see out the front of my windscreen and to my left of me. The passenger seat, the seats were all down. The food
You're lucky the old bill didn't pull you over for that.
Oh, yeah, I know. Do you know what I mean? I could see out the mirror, the side mirror just about, but it was jam-packed. And so that's what I mean. I'd come back home, and then I'd go around, distribute it to certain people, and then come home and there's whatever's left over, I'd try to knock out my neighbours down here.
You could have made yourself a sandwich or something. There's no excuse for that.
Yeah, no, there's ready-made ones there. I've got loads of ready-made ones. I could have had... Yes, all right. I said there's plenty of food. It's just I didn't have time. You know, sometimes, you know what I mean?
Yes, you did have time, but you just couldn't be bothered to find the time. There's no excuse for not eating. This is what I was saying earlier on. People's diets have gone to hell because people are rushing around, not paying attention to their bodies and stuff. Not looking after their bodies either. And then that's when you get into like not sleeping, you're not eating properly, you're stressed out, you're irritated all the time, your blood sugar's in the top. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's been like that recently.
Yeah, I know. It's just
and it's all interconnected.
Yeah, the best I ate over the past few months is when I was in hospital for 2 weeks. Because I'd wake up and no, food.
Hospital food is disgusting. Oh.
No, not here. No, I have to disagree with that. For breakfast, I'd have ready break, and they bring me like a bucket. So I tell them I need lots, and toast and marmite and marmalade, a cup of tea. And then they come out that's about 7 o'clock in the morning, 6:30, and then you get another meal at midday. And it was really nice. I have to be honest, and a dessert, pudding like spotted dick or jam roly-poly or whatever you want, or ice. And then,
if it's a thing, God bless, I'm allergic to a lot of the stuff they do. That's why I'm like, oof, because I think when I was in hospital, I lived on ham sandwiches.
If I didn't know better, I swear you guys are picking on me because I can't eat nothing like that. Every time I go, everybody's talking about food. Like, oh.
What couldn't you eat then?
Rights has turned into a vegan.
Oh, I've got loads of vegan food. This thing called plant-based food. It's supposed to be fish, but it's not fish, or it's supposed to be a burger, but it's not burger. I mean,
it's soy.
Yeah, well, whatever. I don't know what it is. And the funny thing is, when I go to Marks and Spencer's to pick up the food in the evening, there's plenty of that left over.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I know. If you look at the ingredients for a veggie burger,
sorry, I couldn't resist that one. I'm sorry.
Yeah. If you look at the ingredients for a burger, it's a burger. A beef burger, it's a beef. If you look at the ingredients for a plant-based beef burger, it is as long as your arm. As long as your arm. I mean, look. If someone wants to be a vegan and all that vegetarian stuff, fair play to them. That's all right for them. It's just how can you walk past and smell a bacon sandwich being cooked and not want it. Or like a hog roast. The smell.
Tonkin,
Yeah.
that's disgusting. He's been perverted about spotted dicks now.
I can see that.
And you guys, it's a pudding over here. It's not an actual penis that's got some kind of disease on it. No.
Jeez.
Well, I don't know how else to bloody avoid that one. And we talk about vegans, and then Guru pops in the chat. You right, Guru? Something of his was burning, obviously. It wouldn't be his food because he doesn't cook his. But no, Guru done a diet for you, didn't he? Right, and you're still on it.
Yeah, I've been. Yeah, it's like I said, I lost 85 pounds. I tried everything. Went to veterans, 2 places of veterans. They couldn't do nothing for me, and actually, it was my son who started it, and then Guru helped me out more. So I lost 85 pounds, which is good. I'm glad.
So have you done vegan or vegetarian as a medical choice?
What do you think?
Yes.
Maybe Guru needs to help me with that. I could lose 30 pounds.
It's whether or not you can actually, not eat meat at all, or dairy or anything like that.
Huh.
It's pretty hard. I mean, you could probably go vegetarian, but
Well, once you lose weight, you can gain a little bit more. I mean, you can fudge like I do now and then, which I do. But you gain like 3 or 4 pounds like I did, and then you got to start losing again. But you just got to drop that weight down. And what I did is I just ate meat and salads. If I got hungry, I got a can of corn.
You also ate at late hours as well, didn't you? Which is bad for you. This is what I was saying earlier on in the stream. People eat far too late at night, which is not good for you, and then that messes with your diet too. So,
well, look at that. The we talked, I had yogurt. You know what I mean? I didn't eat, heavy stuff, just yogurt.
Yogurt.
Stop accent shaming you. Goodness sake, we have to put you in the basement.
I'm bringing him back to his roots, because originally our American friends there, the majority of them, are from England or the United Kingdom.
They'll probably say, hell no. Oh no, well, it all stems from the UK, I suppose. But we get the blame for everything, so why not?
Oh.
Santa, let's got a thing that goes like this.
Yeah.
It has got pug.
Oh,
That's all about
I think your daughter's trying to say, Daddy, get off your backside and help us with the Christmas decks, please.
Take it all in, bit by bit. What's going on with your printing? Is your printing going out?
What the hell is that? Jesus Christ.
The printer. Girls, help.
Oh.
3 of my daughters, 3 out of 4 daughters in here in a moment.
Wow,
that
just blew my head off. What the hell was that?
should have done. It's a printer. We said hello.
Hello.
Bye.
That's the 3-year-old.
I can well believe that. Did you say that was a printer? That sounded more like a vacuum cleaner to me.
No, there's probably something's dropped into the back of it. And, girls, come on out now.
Oh, the joys of having youngsters.
That's what life's all about, right there. Little kids,
Exactly. But right, thank goodness mine have grown up now. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I found out they're fun making them, hell raising them. Yeah.
Oh,
That's the sound of Christmas right there.
Exactly. Oh, I actually enjoyed it. And, obviously when mine get a bit older, then obviously I'll be a grandparent and everything. We'll start again. I'll get lumbered with the grandkids, but I don't mind.
Oh, they're nice. Grandkids, oh, yeah. I'm just.
Well, I'm not old enough to be a grandmother yet. Behave yourselves, anyone who's different.
That even makes it better.
Does it?
Well, yeah, when you're young enough to enjoy them, your grandkids.
Well,
I've got a granddaughter.
I don't know. I mean, my son's got 23, so I think that's still a bit young to have a kid. I think I want him to experience life a bit more before he starts having kids, you know?
No, I mean for a grandmother, you're young enough to be. You're a young grandmother.
Mhm.
I'd probably be on the same wavelength as the grandkids are like. I seem to always embarrass my son, but he turns around and says, "Mum, you're certainly something else." I'm like, "Thanks."
You know what's fun about having grandkids? You can spoil them and give them candy and give them back to their parents. Say bye.
Yeah, load them up with numbers.
Yeah,
Yeah, here's a can of Red Bull. Yes, try it.
Here, I bought you a drum set. Take it home with you.
I can't wait for the drum sets and all the electronic keyboards and stuff like that, and bells and oh yeah, it's coming.
The DJ Revenge.
And my son is going to want to kill me, but hey, it'll be fun. Be 24 hours a day fun. I will, he will bring me them when I can sleep through the night, and then by the time I finish them, they'd be awake all night. That's one way of getting out of babysitting duty all the time. You just make them not want to sleep when they go back home.
That's right. That's right. And you can laugh about it. hmm Oh yeah. There's nothing but kids. I love kids. I always did. They're beautiful. That's what life is all about.
It's not my mic. My mic's quite low. Don't know whose it could be, but
What's up, me?
I haven't a clue. It's all right though.
I don't. What'd you say? Maybe it's mine. I don't know.
It's a sound clipping, a little bit,
Mine is?
possibly input level, but I don't know whose it is.
I
But
think it's you. I can hear you. You kind of like breaking up a little bit, like your internet's dropping in and out.
I mean, my cat is near the modem, but
Is that me or I'm putting my mute on just to make sure. Hold on. Was it me?
I think God bless is trying to fix his computer or printer
Not
or
my
something.
printer. The thing is,
Yeah.
the kids, what they do is, I always have it on the wireless network, but they're going to print a page of Super Mario to colour in, and it's like 100 pages they do. So I've had to buy absolutely untold printer cartridges. But anyway.
Everybody, I got to take off. I got to get a StreamYard right now. I have a friend. His wife's going to go for surgery, and I'm going to do a little tribute to her and my friend that I've known for years and years.
I hope she's going to be okay.
And yeah, I also
Okay, right.
It's nothing bad. It's just that she has like cataracts, and she's scared a little bit. So
Well, any surgery can be like that, can't it? Any anesthetic isn't good.
yeah, I know. So I just wanted to tomorrow she gets it. So I'm going to talk to him and her. And
It was like when Marshall had his surgery, that was supposed to be pretty simple, and it didn't turn out that way, did it, darling? It turned out to be pretty messy.
It did. Anything can happen.
yeah, no, I believe that, especially nowadays. What's going on? Oh, by the way, Michelle, hi. But
Well, I actually muted up a bit because our dogs were going crazy, and I thought as soon as the dogs had stopped, she'd unmute herself, but maybe they haven't stopped yet. I don't know.
yeah, them dogs keep her busy. Let me tell you. But anyway, I'm going to do a solo, and everybody, God bless you. Have a good holidays coming up, everybody. Seriously, and drink a lot of Coca-Colas with me.
You too, right?
Okay. Take care.
My son invited me down to Salisbury I thought, no, I'm not spending Christmas with my ex. No, I haven't got enough patience for that. Because it isn't my ex-husband, it's the ex before that, and I thought, no, I'm not doing that. So I'm going to be spending it down here and that. So I might do some Christmas shows and that. I don't know. I have to think about that one. It should be a laugh. I did it last year and it was a right laugh. So
It was.
yeah, last year was mental, wasn't it? I did my views on my channel. Yeah,
Christmas Day. Really?
I did for a bit. And
you know what I mean? It's just like it's kind of like with the fat man. For me, I mean, Christmas Eve, I get up about 5 o'clock in the morning because I swear to God, I'm wrapping presents till about 7 o'clock at night, and then my wife will come in with 2 great big coffin suitcases and say, "Are you going to wrap these as well?" You know, loads of little gifts inside. Oh God, you know. And then Christmas morning, I like to get up early and do the usual Christmas thing. You
I
know?
saw my family afterwards because I had heart trouble around that time, so I had to really like calm down. So I thought, well, and then I had the thing where my cat, well, I don't know which cat it was or both of them, snapped my internet cable in half, and I'm like, oh, you fucking kidding me?
Oh, no.
I remember that.
Yeah, so do I, unfortunately. So I used one of my phones as a hotspot and blew the motherboard. It was just a crazy time.
You're lucky to be online, really, weren't you?
What? It did work, and then I did get the cable eventually, but I haven't had many problems since, mind you. But no, it was a good laugh.
I think doing some streams over the holidays would be really good this year. I'll be by myself this year, so I'd enjoy somebody having a good fun stream. It'd be nice, DJ.
We could team up if you want. I don't mind.
I'll probably be in your chat.
Oh, okay. You can leave me with the heavy lifting. Oh, I get it like that. Isn't it? Why not? I'm used to it by now, but after obviously not knowing what my head's going to be like, it's like working around that, isn't it? So
Right.
And we're going to work out what Marshall's going to be doing, because whether he's going to be coming down here or what you're going to be doing.
Well, that's the new year, isn't it? Also.
Exactly, but I need to know roughly what's going on so I can but if this doctor can't take you on, my previous doctor probably would be able to, and he's very good, so I think you'll be okay there in regards to doctors.
Yeah, we'll sort it. I've got to get this lot over with first. See what happens with this place.
Well, yeah, but the fact that they've got what was it in your room at one point? They had to move rooms, didn't they? Because you had no central heating, which I can relate to. You had no central heating, then they moved your room, and then at night they were turning off the central heating, so the members of staff had to walk around with dressing gowns on.
Oh, there's been developments, but I'll tell you about them later.
They're just nuts, completely crazy. I mean, you wouldn't want the members of staff catching colds, would you? When they're looking after people that are vulnerable. I mean, that just doesn't make sense. But all about saving, a couple of quid on heating when they're making enough money as it is. You would thought.
Yep, it's all about the bottom line, I'm afraid.
Oh, of course it is. It shouldn't be though. People should start, treating people like actual people rather than numbers. That's what pisses me off, when people start seeing you as a dollar sign or a pound sign. That's never good.
No, never.
Well, especially now, it's just got worse, isn't it?
Yes, it has.
It's funny though, isn't it, that you try and get appointments for other things, and they can't actually do that, but they can do appointments for things that you don't necessarily want, if you catch my drift.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the way, isn't it?
All I'm going to say is pointy objects. So
Right.
if you don't get my meaning from that, then I don't know. Rather than actually spelling it out for you,
Squirty,
which
pointy objects.
oh dear. Uh, they
Makes sense.
can, but yes, there are several objects that come to mind. But thanks, Marshall. I don't want to be
Makes a
thinking of.
difference.
Yes, I'm sure it does. Bloody hell. Oh, you're putting my mind in the gutter again. Oh dear. If it's not you, it's bloody Tonkin. Both of them together on a stream is just a nightmare.
Tonkin's
Oh.
funny.
Oh no, he is. You're right. But getting him on the phone now when he's completely bladdered or worse is something else, because he's just on a whole nother level, and it's like, oh, what did I do to deserve this today? But until it happens to you, it's hard to describe. But pardon the pun. So, what are you doing for Christmas this year, Marshall? Or don't you know?
I don't know. I meant probably meant to go out somewhere, but it's going to be quiet anyway. Because my sister and all that.
Well, of course, but are you going to be spending it with your parents, or?
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, I talked a bit about it today, but I think it'll be just a decided last minute job, because it's not going to be a big Christmas like other years, you know. Be just about the kids, really.
Well, yeah, as long as it's good for them, you know. It's going to be difficult because it's their first Christmas, isn't it?
She didn't want to know, and I had to remind her that it ain't about us.
No, it's not. But I don't know whether you know, Dee, but Marshall lost his sister earlier on in the year.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Ugh.
Yeah,
it was only a few months ago now. So
yeah, but she was obviously my sister's taking it the worst, really, because obviously that was her little sister, best friend, you know, the whole thing in it. They spent a lot of time together, and yeah, it's she's the one that needed reminding that, you know, it's still about the kids, you know.
Yeah, it's hard to lose anybody close in your family, but a sibling seems even harder.
It does, yeah. I think we got lucky in a lot of ways, though, that we were able to say goodbye to her, because it was only just when all the restrictions were lifted, you know. So it could have been even worse, couldn't it? The impact of all that. But luckily,
so I couldn't go to my mum's because of LD.
Yeah,
and
that's what I mean.
It's difficult.
I know other people that have gone through that, and it makes it 10 times worse.
Well, I couldn't go to my uncles or my great aunt and uncles because of lockdown. So it's like 4 different times. Well, and my stepmother's too, because of lockdown. So all of those I had to miss because of bloody lockdown. Yeah, I could have gone, but for me to travel all the way across country, I mean, how many COVID fines do you think you'd get for that?
Yeah, but they're not endorsable, are they? No, I don't think anybody's actually paid a fine or they got it back. Everyone's got it back. Yeah,
but it's all very well for for some people that are like fully able-bodied and that, but when you're reliant on public transport and things in a big way, they can make it very difficult, and then you get stranded and things like that. So it's not as easy as it could be. If I could drive, then it'd be, well, I know how to drive, but I can't because of my epilepsy. That'd be pretty dangerous and stupid of me to do that. But I wouldn't want to be responsible for taking someone else's life on my own, for being
Right.
stupid. I wouldn't do that.
I haven't observed any of the lockdowns. I've refused. I've went all the way across the country from Massachusetts, from the East Coast to the West Coast. I haven't observed any of it.
I applaud you.
But
At
if
the
you,
very beginning, we were cautious, but now you get to see things in a different light.
obviously now it's different, but like back in January and that, it was difficult.
They attach you to that phone system in the UK, don't they? That was the thing.
See, the thing is, Marshall, I left my phones at home. They had no way of tracking me.
Even if
Some
you turn your
people-
phone off, even if you turn your mobile phone off.
No. I left. No. You misunderstood. I left my phones at home.
Yeah. No, I know what you're saying. I'm just saying that even if you turn your phone off, say like if you set your alarm to go up at like 7 o'clock a.m. and you power it down, the phone will turn itself on and put the alarm on at 7 o'clock in the morning. The only way it's not totally off if you let the battery go completely flat.
Like I said, I left my phones at home completely. Yeah, but it left me vulnerable. But then that's the only way of like doing it properly if you really wanted to. But it's extreme. But a lot of people were saying they were going to do that because not that I had that track and trace program on my phone, but that's not the point. But then they'd be tracking you, using bank cards and whatever as well.
Yeah.
Because I don't know whether it's like that in the States, but over here you're not allowed to use cash in certain places here, so you have to use bank cards. So they know how long you're in a shop, what you're buying, and all of that. So they're getting a lot of information from you because of that reason. Which I think is wrong.
When you drive in and out of a city, when you drive in and out of a town or on a motorway, the ANPR cameras that pick you up as you drive along. Which isn't a bad thing, because it said like a woman gets murdered. We had a thing in Swindon, some a taxi driver picked a woman up. They could track where he went, and it ended up in a forest. And that's how they found him. But it's got its good points. It's got its bad points.
I mean, is it like that in the States, Dee and Michelle?
They do have things where they can track on the interstate, that you go by and they can read your license plates. But if you're just going locally, we're always on cameras. You can't pass a storefront without being on a camera, or neighborhoods that have cameras. But I just threw caution to the wind, and I traveled anyways, and I traveled with my phone, and I traveled with my bank cards, but I also carried cash.
So what you're saying, the alphabet agencies could get creative if they wanted to.
They could.
Okay.
But I mean, it's reported that the UK has more cameras than any place.
Yeah.
Oh, we actually do, especially in London.
I think Japan's one of the highest ones. In London, half of them aren't turned on. Although I did get caught out in a bloody traffic cam when I went to London a couple of weeks ago.
God bless, that's where you're wrong. The UK has more cameras than Japan.
Yeah.
Oh, they actually do. And a lot of them aren't actually advertised. But yeah, we actually do have more cameras than everywhere else. Yeah, it's shocking, really. I think if you're in London itself, you get your picture taken more times in the space of 5 minutes than you probably would do in the whole month in other towns. it's crazy.
It's
Especially
crazy.
around like Buckingham Palace and Parliament
Yeah.
Square and all of that. There were cameras absolutely everywhere.
You got to remember, like we're on a severe alert, and so I agree in principle that we should have cameras because we're doing nothing wrong, but it's being used against us in other ways.
It is, Tom, you're right.
Like a lady walking home from a party at night, and we got a 37% increase in rapes and robberies and violent crime in England at the moment. And you know, like I read in the paper this morning, some girl was walking along back from the party, she got raped. It's happening all the time. So
God
things
bless.
like
Do you
that
mind?
being used- Pardon?
Do you mind?
No, things like cameras being used to track and look after people, to bring people to justice, is what I'm saying.
But they don't know.
Yeah, I must admit, I work in security, don't I? And the police are bloody lazy. You know, something happens, they don't go along the streets and see people's cameras and ask them if we can have a image of them. You know, you never get a description of the attacker or whatever has happened. So it's got its good points and it's got its bad points. Is what I'm saying. I mean, I work in security, so I install cameras into people's homes and shops and businesses. It's for protection as well, you know, to cover, you know, like people working in restaurants. I go to a restaurant and I get on well with all the staff, you know, having a great meal. And then the owner might come up to me and say, hi, you know, what do you do for a living? Well, security. Oh, could you do my cameras? And then the staff get a little bit funny. Oh, spying on us. I said, no, you should be grateful because that your boss is paying for CCTV to not only protect his business but to protect you as well. You know, it's
you can see it from their point of view too, though.
No, because I say to him, look, say like you've got a good team of staff in a restaurant, you know, the cook, the chef, the waiters, and all that kind of stuff, right? And something gets stolen, and no one knows who's done it. A member of staff have done it. It causes aggravation and untrust between them all, you know. So it's like I said, it swings and roundabouts.
But there's often a lot of sinister ways of using them things.
Yeah, I know that.
The UK's worked that out quite quickly.
Oh,
Hey, D.
we're
Johns.
switched on for that.
Hey, D. Johns.
Hey, D. Johns. I heard you had a ducky that wasn't much cuppy last night.
Hey?
Everyone's going to wonder what I'm on about.
It's talking about porn bombs. Right, it's just talking about being porn bombed yesterday.
We're still going on about his porn bomb. I still can't get to grips with it. So things in a chat log, and then people putting pictures up. Is that right?
People jumping on people's panels and making it sexual.
Yeah,
it's a video. It wasn't a photograph. It was a video.
No, exactly. So it could be pictures, videos, people making dirty noises, stuff like that.
Racist comments.
No, it's not a new thing, but
I've seen it.
See, the thing is, if you get porn bombed, you're supposed to take down your stream immediately. If you don't, YouTube will do it for you.
Oh,
and then you get a strike on your channel.
No, they'll take your channel.
If you do it quickly enough and take it down yourself, they will leave you alone.
Right, but if you don't, you leave it up.
Exactly.
They'll take your channel.
So if the wasp gets his wasp out, he has to take his stream down straight away.
Delete
Otherwise,
it. Yeah.
YouTube will make it fly away.
Well, I had a particular stream a while back when I was doing Bud and KY's thing, and KY accidentally porn bombed me because his brother sent him an email, and he didn't realise. No, it was accidental because he was showing us snow on a roof, and his brother emailed him whilst he was showing the pictures. So the email came up afterwards, and KY didn't even see the email, and it said something like "Happy Wednesdays" or "Happy Tuesday," something like that, and it was a picture of a woman's breasts, and it came up after. I said, "KY, that wasn't what I think it was it?" And he looked like, "Oh, it actually was." So we had to stop the stream and then start all over again, But we'd only been going, half hour or anything, so it wasn't particularly bad or anything. And then started another stream, and then I think Stevie Mound Bud got into it, and it got a rather heated discussion about things you shouldn't be speaking about online. So I literally had to stop that stream and take that down and start again. Third time, and then I think Stevie bloody put up some pictures of some women's. I was like, oh, for goodness sake, that's 3 times in one bloody day. Well, I had to stop the bloody stream. I had to make it all private, take it down, and it wasn't good. But I wasn't going to leave it up there to get my channel taken down. Why should I?
Hello, everybody in side chat. Hey, D. Johns. I'm sorry I missed you up on panel, but nice to see you again, sweetie. Just want to say hello, everybody down in the side chat. Hey, Tonkin, I know you're lurking down there somewhere in the bowels of the side chat.
He's actually in a restaurant eating with the rest of his team where he's working.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I know he's inside chat. I saw him down there, so he's lurking.
He's probably eating right now, knowing him.
Yeah. You know, men. You know how men are at the table. You can't never deny them food because they'll come after you.
Well, you don't really deny men a lot of things because it just backfires on you. You know that yourself, Michelle. Well, I suppose it all depends on the man. But I was going to say, Marshall, I have not let them. I've not let Dean get away with anything because I said what this forfeit will be paid when I go over to Ireland.
Yeah, I know. I was just teasing about the man joke.
No. Earlier on, when I was in that panel the other day, he was saying that I was letting Dean get away with way too much. But I say the forfeit hasn't started yet. When I go over to Ireland, it'll be when I'm over there where I can see that it gets done. That way it doesn't have to be all videoed and everything, so it wouldn't embarrass him too much. Yeah, I'd probably video some of it, but not all of it, obviously. But that's what the terms of the bet were. When we're over in Ireland, the person can collect on the debt. That's what the terms were. So you break the terms, then the bet's void. Okay. That's how it goes, isn't it? I mean, I'm not into like these kinds of bets, but I actually can't believe I actually went ahead and did that. But fucking heck, how could have backfired on me majorly? Could you imagine if Manu had won that day? Oh my God. I would have been at his mercy for 24 hours. Now that could have been really, really bad. Or really, really good, no matter which way you look at it. Well, Marshall, you know him better than I do. Would he have been brutal? Or would he have been nice?
Up the creek without a paddle. You'd have had to call me to come and help you.
No, my lucky take my phone. It should be a laugh. Obviously, it's not going to be too harsh when we go over there because I can't be too harsh with him. That'd be really horrible.
Yes, you can. I've just got to mute my mic, but yes, you can be really harsh with him.
Okay, like that, is it? I don't know. We'll have to see what lists of things we can come up with, but
it's called being super harsh because he deserves it.
Okay, super harsh. He's probably going to do a runner to the UK when we come over to Ireland. Yeah, you can mum, but you can't hide. Oh, wouldn't I? You don't think I would make a bet with you? Okay. But you've got to remember, what if I win this bet?
Tonkin will be coming for payment within the hour.
Within the minute, probably.
No, you get a minute, and that'll be it.
But he'd probably only last a minute. And I'm not saying what he'd be doing in that minute,
Don't
but
start that. I can see where that's going.
no, nothing like that. We are just friends after all.
Oh, we got tonight Boris Johnson to address the nation at 8 p.m.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. So I reckon going to Plan C that they've been talking about. Apparently, Plan C weren't going to happen until January the 5th. But I don't know.
So, are you do you reckon we're going to be going back into LD before?
The thing is, right? So this is how it's played. So one person has this new variant, and then then 2 other people catch it as well. That's a 300% increase. Do you see the way it's being done?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you're staying at home anyway, aren't you? I mean, everyone stays at home for Christmas. It's just some people. It's just I don't like the way that you got loved ones or.
I wasn't going to. I was going to go up to Manny to be with my uncle, but I'm thinking, traveling up there around Christmas as well and coming back, it's going to wipe me out.
Yeah, it's a long old drive, and everyone's doing it as well.
No, I don't drive, as you know. It'd be public transport for me, or my uncle could come pick me up. But that isn't the point. But this is before I found out that we were having to delay our Ireland trip because we were going to go to Ireland in January.
Whereabouts? South?
Dublin.
Oh, the north. I mean, I haven't been over there yet.
What do you mean the north? Dublin's in the south.
I'm sure Dublin's oh yeah, sorry.
Oops.
I told you I was having another beer.
Oops. You're thinking of Belfast.
Yeah, I know. But
Quit while you're ahead.
Yeah, no.
Oh dear, God bless. Bloody Nora.
Stop it.
Yeah, we are going down to the south.
Yeah, the south seems so much calmer and like
calmer.
Spain. Yeah. No. The people I know from Southern Ireland are more like Spanish people, just like just relaxed and calm or whatever, kind of attitude.
Oh, you should have been in my room the other day. I wasn't exactly very calm.
Why? What happened?
Oh no! It was I had to take it down because it did get rather heated, but it was just like the boys being boys. It wasn't like anything like really targeted or anything. Yeah, but a lot of people didn't understand what was going on because obviously Americans and Canadians are different to the Scottish and the Irish, so we're used to it. We know that it's banter, but other people didn't necessarily know, so it got a little bit confusing because it wasn't like my normal stuff that I do on my channel. So that's why I took it down. No other reason or anything, but it was a good stream actually. It was fun, but for a little while it just gave me a bit of a headache. But there were just 2 people just shouting over each other, and it's like, oh, for goodness sake. It calmed down and that, and people had a laugh, which was good. But
I'm listening.
But if I'd have left that up on my channel because of the language involved, I think people would have tried to get it taken down anyway. So I didn't risk it.
No, that's another thing. Going back to this porn bombing, I mean, who's brought that in? Is it YouTube? Because like we got some good channels out there that are on the risk side, but like truth seekers, that want to talk about what's wrong going on in the world. Is it their way of like somebody from Google porn bombing just to get the channel taken down?
I don't think so. I don't think it'd be Google. No, because I don't know whether you ever went on I don't know whether you ever went on Hippie Auditor's channel. I mean, Hippie's a lovely guy. you know, he used to have like good friendly streams and that, and people used to go in his room and have a laugh and that. But he used to play a lot of music. He used to like flout the rules a little bit, and he got a couple of warnings and that. But then all of a sudden he got bombed, and he got his channel taken. So he made another one, and because he got monetized on his first channel. And then he nearly got to the stage where he was at, I think, a couple of hundred short of being monetized again. But I think he stopped doing it for a little while because people were like just going for him for silly reasons, and I don't think that's you know, a really good thing to do, you know.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are like doing that, where, you know, I don't know the reason why for it. I don't go over to enough of these channels to find out, but I don't think it was very nice of them to do that to him. I certainly wouldn't have done it, but I don't exactly wouldn't do it anyway. Would not do that at all. But I don't see the point. If you don't like somebody's channel, just don't go near them. You know, that's a grown-up thing to do.
It's not like that. It's all about the divide, the left to right, and all that kind of stuff. So when I was, you know, do you remember Voice of Wales? Yeah, you remember Voice of Wales, yeah.
Yeah.
And so there's a guy on there called Father Ted, my mate, and me and him are moderators on there. And
I know of him.
Yeah, he's a clever guy. Because I tell you what, he'd call me and say, well, during the show, live, and say, get ready for incoming. And what it was, there's these kind of lefty groups out there that were building up all these fake accounts to come in and come out what you'd say is porn bombing, but actually coming out with nasty comments in their chat log, racist and all these other bits and pieces to get the channel taken down. Oh my God, my finger. You know, because you're there with the mouse, click, 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 delete, 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 block, 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 delete, block. It was, when he said incoming, it was like the Luftwaffe coming into London or something and dropping all their bombs in. Yeah, it's hard work. That's why they got their channel taken down. And they've got another channel now and all that kind of stuff. It's still going. It was on a couple of nights ago. Tuesdays and Thursdays they come on, and sometimes other nights. But it's not just them either. There's other channels. It just seems to be, you know, we're being attacked by like the Antifa type of mentality. So it happens. You know, so I mean, money being monetized. What do they have to do? Reach 1,000 in it? Or is it 10,000?
You have to have over 1,000 subs, over 4,000 watch hours within a year. So you have to do quite a bit to get the watch hours on that. So it does take, you know, quite a while to do all of that.
And is there much money in it? I'm not. I don't want to do it myself.
No. Well, it all depends what kind of videos you have and that. I mean, if you're doing like live streaming like this, you get a lot less than if you like doing little videos, because on each video, because it's the advertising part of it, they can put adverts and then you generate revenue from that. So depending on what you're doing with your channel,
it's like Paz. He got demonetized. I mean,
Size had it. We got a problem, and Rotten Politics have all had that happen.
Yeah. Oh, I love We Got a Problem. He's good, isn't he? How he does that. No. And then the way he does that voice, like reading it off and coming back in. Yeah, he's really good. He's one of my favourites. And Charlie Beach as well. I do like Charlie Beach.
Really? I did, but I don't anymore, and I've got my own reasons for that.
Okay, yeah. There was the only thing I could probably think I'm not enticing you to say, yeah, that was it. It's just that he's been out and there's a woman that has passed out, or somebody had passed out and the police around them and that, but he didn't actually film their face. He's just filming what's going on around there. I mean, fair play, Manchester. It's a bit of a place, isn't it, Manchester? I don't know.
I did live there for a couple of years, so.
Yeah, you know what the area is like, you know. But it's makes. Do you know what? When I see what he shows on there, you know, all the like the JD Sports kind of collectors clothes, that kind of gangster wannabes. We get that here, and we get that in most towns, like in Bristol and Swindon and Croydon. It's all over the place. But yeah, I don't know. I do like him. I do like him. I haven't found anything really. I mean, sometimes he said that he hasn't filmed that person who's collapsed on the floor, their faces, and he has done it.
No. Of course, I wouldn't want him to do that. I mean, people need privacy to a degree, especially if you're out of it on the floor.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm getting at.
Okay.
If you look at it a lot more bigger and what's going on, I'm sure you would get to what I'm getting at. I'm not putting out on the live stream.
No, I'm not asking you. Like I said to you at the beginning, I'm not enticing you to reveal your reasons, and that's your reasons. But I just, I mean, another guy as well. I mean, it's a good. Who would have thought? Right then, guys. Anyone know what I'm talking about?
Do you know what you're talking about?
Yeah, you cheeky mare. Rate my takeaway. This guy called Danny, who's up north, and all he does is he goes around takeaways or restaurants and reviews them. And I've never seen in my years I've been following people on YouTube, his subscriptions are skyrocketing, absolutely massive. And like I said, all he does is he goes to restaurants or a takeaway, and he's got his little table. It's called Rate My Takeaway. Have a look. And the food.
Okay.
We all love food, don't we? We all love food. Well, I do. And all these different restaurants he goes to, it's fantastic. And it's so cheap up north, so cheap. It just makes you feel like I'm getting ripped off down here. For street food or restaurants. I mean, he travels the whole country, but he's mainly a northern guy. I'm just worried for him. I can't see him lasting much longer without a coronary attack because he takes a couple of mouthfuls. They go there. And he must have done
so
well.
He does a bit of a Gordon Ramsay then, just a little bit of taste and then throws up in a bin, that kind of thing.
No, I've met Gordon. Do you know what? Gordon Ramsay isn't quite like he is that you see on TV. Trust me, he's a bit of a showboater. The reason why I know is because my mate of mine's one of the head people of this place called Booker Cash and Carry, and that they did a promotion with him and. They took him out for lunches or dinners and that. And I got invited to a few of them with my mate. And he's a nice guy, Gordon Ramsay. He's not quite like you see on TV. I do like him, actually. But no, this Danny, it's just, I'll tell you who reminds me of. What's that comedian? The Show That Didn't Happen. What's his name? I can't remember right now. He's got that real... like northern soul. Northern people are nice. It's that accent they got. It's just so salt of the earth, isn't it? And so, like I said, it's this. You've got to have a look. Rate My Takeaway. Can I put a link?
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's not going to damage you.
No, but it's not going to damage other people. Really bad diets and stuff. People keep going out.
Loads of other things. It's just nice to see lots of different restaurants and food. And let me just click on this. Right, have a look. Have a look yourself. Right then, guys. Right, hang on a minute.
Oh, no, you can't actually put that up. I'll get a copyright.
Oh, what? For another YouTuber?
Yep. Without his permission, yes, you do.
All right, okay, yeah, I won't. Because he's on literally 2 months ago, he was on about 50K subscribers in a matter of months. Now I've just looked, he's on 500,000 in a few months. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. This guy's just doing food.
Yeah.
And also he's now doing like a music. He's in the charts. He's in the charts actually, and it's for mental health. He's doing a charity thing for mental health. He's the most genuine. Right. He's a nice guy, really nice guy. I just hope he doesn't die too soon. But he only takes a couple of mouthfuls of the food, and he takes it away and eats the rest later with his family and that. But genuinely nice. Rate My Takeaway. Have a look.
But if he's really into mental health and stuff, get him to contact me, innit?
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, he's just a nice guy. Just I mean, you know me well enough now, and you see all the channels I'm on and do this and do that, and how I feel about things.
Yeah,
Especially
you are a bit of a YouTube tart, I must admit.
Yeah, I am. And you know, I've
A
got a 12-year-old
YouTube
daughter
bluesy.
who's got autism. YouTube. My 12-year-old daughter's got autism, and it is. She's just. I'm not going to say destroying our family, but she puts a lot of pressure with her outbursts and the violence and the damage that she does. And then, you know, like an hour later, it's like nothing's ever happened. And we've been trying to get to the point.
I would send. I'll send you a message through your wife's FB, because we linked up that way, didn't we?
Yeah.
A couple of weeks ago. That there is a treatment out there that could be useful. You might want to look into it and see if it would help her.
If you could, please, because we're telling
Sure.
us 4, 5, 6 years waiting list.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah, and I've got a mate of mine whose boy is autistic, and they were telling him 5 years, 6 years as well. And so we went private. But I just haven't got the £5,000 lying around at the moment.
Well, you wouldn't with the amount of kids you have, and that isn't a dig at you or anything, because it is a lot of money. But isn't it strange though on how many children now are getting on the spectrum?
Oh, loads. My boy's got ADHD, apparently. If he doesn't take his medication, he attacked me the other day from behind. He'd come up and put me in a chokehold. And
oh no!
Yeah, I know, because I went into his bedroom and he'd been nicking my things again, like my headphones and this and that. And he gets plenty of everything. And I just told him stop. And I looked around. He's got about 400, probably slightly exaggerated, 400 cups and plates and food that's dried out. You know, typical teenager.
I might do a stream soon about children's illnesses and all of that, because I'm noticing it a lot more as well. I have to get some facts and figures and that, and go through them all. But it's hard to differentiate between what's going on now and what is legit and what isn't, because I don't want to come out callous, but a lot of these people are fudging the figures to suit their own agendas, and that's wrong. You know?
I mean, we've got to.
Why not can't people be honest about things? You know?
I could buy a new bedroom door, because what she does is she shuts herself in her bedroom, and she takes it out on her bedroom door, and she smashed it up so much now she's come through the door.
Oh.
Yeah, it's gone through. There's a hole from her inside her bedroom.
What are you doing, Daddy?
Nothing. Inside her bedroom to the landing. You can put your hand through her door now, and then she did things like, it looks like she's got a little axe or something and smashed into the plasterboard on her wall. But so what it is, she goes to school all day, and she's a very high achiever. She's very talented, like music and things like that. You know, never had any lessons. She's really good. I bought her a violin. She asked for a violin and a flute for Christmas, which I got for her. She got a piano, and no one's given her no lessons, but she just learns. Same as my boy. And she's very artistic, very, very hippie, Mother Earth kind of thing as well. She loves nature. But yeah, she just smashed her bedroom up, and she comes home from school. Apparently at school she's perfect. You know, she I think she like Tourette's. She holds it all in during the day, and then when she comes home, my boy triggers her, and he's a little shit for that. And then she'll just lose it. You cannot control her. Nothing you can do, or threaten, or take away, will stop her. She's like a banshee. I mean, 400 years ago, she'd probably been burnt at the stake. I know it sounds funny to say that, but honestly, it's like she's possessed. And when she's a lovely girl, she's a lovely girl. When she's evil, fuck me. I'll tell you what, she pushes all the buttons.
It's a shame, though, that has to happen, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. I mean, I don't know what to do. I mean, I'm at a loss, because it's putting so much pressure on me and my wife. We're still strong, you know, all in love and everything, but it puts. I see her crying her eyes out all the time and doesn't know what to do. Feels that she's a failure of a mother, and I'm telling her no, she's not. It's just one of those things. We'll get through it. And then I've got the younger ones that see this now. You know, I've got the 8-year-old. She's starting to come out with bad language as well. You know,
That's not
because
good.
she sees the other one come out with their swear words, and I don't want to repeat it. You know, yeah, it's just one of those things. I don't know what to do. There's so much to fix in this country. Where do you start? It's like when you go into your kid's bedroom and they pulled out all the clothes. There's stains on the carpet. They knocked their drinks over. They haven't made their bed. There's toys everywhere. And you look in their bedroom and you think, where do I start? And that's the same thing for this country
Yeah,
right now.
it is. I agree with you.
I mean, we've got a roof over our head. We've got food in our bellies. We've got a lot to be grateful for. You know, no one's dying of cancer. No one's blind or deaf. You know, there's a lot. That's how you look at things in life. You've got to remember what you have got.
Oh, of course.
Anyway, sorry to bring it down to a depressing level. Just
It's okay.
it's therapeutic to get it off your chest sometimes to let other people know that, you know, wow.
Oh, of course.
And I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Moving on. Only another hour and 10 minutes until Boris's big announcement. I got a sneaking kind of like.
Well, is he going to be announcing the name of his baby daughter?
I thought we knew that already, didn't we? Oh no, we don't. No, we don't. No. It just said Boris Johnson will address the nation at 8 p.m. tonight as the Kung Flu alert level is raised from 3 to level 4 amid surge. Cases of mutant strain rises by 65% in 24 hours, with another 1,239 infections as total hits 3,137 in overall cases. But guess what? No one's died. No one's been hospitalised over it. So I like to see what's going to happen tonight. It's good. Let them carry on, because the more they do this kind of bollocks, the more the public are kind of saying no more now.
I'm not talking about the actual pandemic or anything like that, but where are the flu cases gone?
Yeah, all the people dying of cancer. When there was AIDS, when AIDS came out, and all those things like that, did everyone have to wear a face mask? Did we have a lockdown? No, we didn't. It's just destroying our economy. You know, you've got the Christmas parties that are coming up. All those poor pubs.
Hold on a minute. But it didn't stop them from having their own Christmas party, did it?
Allegedly, yeah.
No, it did happen.
I mean, I don't think Boris was there.
Who cares whether he was there or not? The rest of them were.
Yeah, they took the piss. You know, having a business in the guise of a business meeting with wine and cheese. You know, so yeah. Oh, do you know what? Right? If you walk around the supermarket without a mask, it is acceptable. All you got to do is sing. Did you know that? Singing.
I am not going to be walking or
just go out, jingle bells, jingle all the way. That is exempt from wearing a mask if you're singing.
Yeah, but then you'll probably get battered from the customers from giving them bloody earache. Oh.
Yeah, but you're not going to get this fine that will never happen.
Hey, I know. You just get beaten unconscious instead, you know.
Could well be. Have you had your dinner tonight yet? Supper?
I'm going to eat shortly after this.
What are you going to have?
I haven't decided yet. I do not know what. I'm in one of those moods where I just do not know what to eat, but I'll work it out.
A bit of this, a bit of that. That's what I like to do sometimes.
I did. Well, Marsh would be able to tell you this, or Tonkin. Like when I have days where my head is bad, I never know what to eat because it like completely drains your energy. So, but then again, you don't want to eat too much. So it's finding the healthy balance of what to eat. You don't want anything that's too high in sugar or salt, because that can make you worse. Because I've actually like played around with my diet quite a bit over the past couple of years, and that, like not having any caffeine, bacon, high stuff in sugar, So
Yeah.
I've like limited stuff down to like work out what could be making it worse or not, because the doctors mentioned it. They actually mentioned certain meats for a while, so I stopped that. I've really tried hard to like get to the bottom of what could be making my head worse, and it doesn't make a difference. But I haven't gone back to it, so like, what's the point? I mean, a couple of times when I have like ordered stuff and they put bacon in it, obviously I've taken the bacon out, but you can still taste it in there. Obviously my animals weren't complaining, because I mean that's not a very good thing to give to an animal, I know, but you try and bloody put it somewhere and they will find it anyway, because it's the smell of bacon travels, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. Do you know what? It travels. I think it is up to 7 miles.
Hi, El.
I remember reading a report that when you fry bacon, the particles can travel up to 7 miles.
I can well believe it.
So you don't want to do that about Tower Hamlets.
And no, Tonkin, I will not be having a Savoy. I can snap yours.
Oh,
Snap,
I do love bacon. I do love bacon. I try to
snap,
give it up.
I'm going to snap your Savoy. That's for damn sure. How are you, Ellie? You all right? How's your day been?
Morning. Whereabouts is she located then, Ellie?
Ellie's American.
Yeah, they're normally about, was it 5 hours behind us? Unless it's right the other side on the west coast.
It could be Cali side there, 7 or 8 hours difference, isn't it?
Where?
Cali, California.
Oh, California. What's I say?
Well,
down near Dover.
Well, Colorado's got 7 hours, and I think Cali's 8. I'm not entirely sure. I could be wrong about that, but I don't know what part. I didn't actually ask.
Well, my missus cooked.
Oh, you're having a bad pain day. I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm hanging in.
Oh. Is there anything you can do to get rid of your pain that's not taking like medicine and that? Oh, it's 2:00. Oh, so she only like 5 hours.
Yeah, that's what I said. When she put morning.
I think a lot of people put morning. Who knows? You've gone quiet, Marshall. What's got your goat up?
I've got to go. I've got to put his deck. I might come back later if he's still here, but I've got to go put his lights on the tree.
I'm not entirely sure.
Nothing, Vix, I'm just on the phone.
Oh, right, okay.
All right.
So we've been alive for 3 hours already, so it's not that you've only just come on.
See you in a while.
You know. Right. Oh, you woke up late. What, you hung over or something? Well, I don't know, Tonkin. Your supply needs to be snapped, I think, after what you put me through the other day. Whether it's going to be snapped completely off, or in half, or partially, or... Now that all depends, doesn't it? How much you annoy me. No, I'm in a gentle mood today, so you're all right. Yeah, but we were talking about sleeping patterns and that, Ellie, and everybody's sleeping patterns at the moment have all gone skew with. Everyone's diets have gone to hell because they're eating stuff that isn't good for you. And then other people like drinking as well, which isn't good for you either, especially if you're eating badly too. So finding a healthy balance of everything, but it's not easy with everyone being stressed out this time of year. Doesn't help with everybody's governments and that messing everyone around, saying it's going to be all right 1 minute, and then the next minute they're changing things up, and then they change their mind, and then they go ahead and do something else. I mean, why can't they just say they're going to do something and stick to it? I don't get it myself, but oh, you got herniated disc. Ow. Shit. Well, it's good that you don't drink then. So I haven't had an alcoholic drink in 20 years, so I feel you there. I just didn't see the point in being like that. And it wouldn't be good with my medications for a start. Or with my seizures either. Getting pissed up and that is not the best idea, I suppose, but never really missed it though, to be fair. I mean, I could have the occasional drink if I wanted to, but just haven't seen the occasion to do it yet, so. Isn't that the truth? I mean, yeah, you do actually feel like a bloody pharmacy, don't you? The amount of like medication they try and give you, and you like look at the size of the bag and you think, really? But hey, at least you can still move about and that, and I certainly found with my lower back and that when they were messing about with it that there's some days that you really can't move around a lot, and other days you really can. And I think it's nice to find a good friend or a partner if you've got one that can sort your back out on that properly. I don't mean like really press hard in areas that know what they're doing but don't hurt you with it and can relax you in that way and get your blood flowing and that. That's a nice way of dealing with it. I don't know. That's just me, but it's only been the past 5 years. Bloody hell. That sucks. It's normally though, isn't it, when you're on like quite a few meds, when you first wake up and you take your head off the pillow and that, and you feel hungover even though you haven't touched a drop. I hated that feeling. So I came off a lot of my meds that gave me that feeling because I hated it. Because it was changing my mood as well. So I've got a temper anyway, and with that on top of it, it was turning into somebody I wasn't. So I came off all that stuff without telling the doctor, mind you, which is very stupid of me, but I feel better for it now though. Oh right, I get you. I'm not talking about like, I'm just talking about gentle massage. I'm not talking about like when people like got their knees in your back and they're walking up and down your body, and I don't mean stuff like that. That is a bit OTT for me, but I mean gentle massage, not something like that. But it's nice to have like your hands done, your wrists done, your feet done, your ankles, your kneecaps, behind your ears, the top part of your neck to be gently done. I don't mean like brutally, but to have those areas done to get your blood circulating, and then start from there and see if that helps you. Behind your kneecaps is a good one too, and around the front of your knees. That's all good. Oh, that's bad. Hopefully, you don't get flashbacks from that, because I was in a bad car accident was an 01, and I could have easily been killed, but luckily it wasn't the case. But completely totaled the car, and I wasn't driving, but a friend of mine was, and I was the only one to get injured in all of that. And luckily for me, just got a broken knee and bad whiplash, but they actually didn't notice that I had a broken knee for a week, making me walk on it and everything, and it's so freaking painful. And they were saying, "Oh, it's in your head, stop being silly." I'm like, this is in my head? Okay then. Then the orthopod looked at the x-rays whilst I was having a physiotherapy, and he screamed across the room, "Get her back into bed, she should not be walking on that." And he came and apologised and told me what was wrong, and I was all like saying to them, "Well, I still like been saying to you for the past week that my knee's been really painful, but nobody would listen, it was because it was bloody broken." But you know yourself inside when something's really wrong, you know. But they all think they know better, they know your body better than you do, which gets me really annoyed. But I don't know, it's one of those things, isn't it? Oh, bloody hell, Tonkin, that's disgusting. But you don't want to be talking like that now while you're miles away from your girlfriend and you're full of your teammates that are all men. See how that works out for you. I'm sure they would love it. Have they said to you, Ellie, like what the plan is with your back and that? Because they've got to be very careful. If they do anything to you, that they're going to make it worse. Oh no. That's bad, isn't it? I mean, I couldn't even get in a car for ages after that. Luckily for myself, when they actually took me home, it was in an ambulance. It wasn't so bad, but no, I couldn't go on in any cars or anything, even a taxi. It freaked me out. I was like that for about a year and a half until I had to go in a car. Well, I didn't have to, but if I hadn't, I wouldn't have been able to have the chance to say goodbye to a few people. So I pushed myself, but it's never easy. And there are so many people on the road that shouldn't be on the road, that drive like maniacs, that drive without any license, insurance, or anything else, or they drive drunk or under the influence of pills or weed or whatever it is, which is wrong too. But I don't know. Oh, okay. See, the thing is with PTSD that I've found out a little bit. I mean, I haven't had it that long. Well, I've had it for a long time, but not knowing that I've had it. But when it did get very bad, like trying to obviously find the cause issues and trying to obviously deal with that situation. I know for you it would probably be driving, but if you push that too fast too soon when you're not ready, it could backfire on you too. When you're driving a vehicle that can injure other people, you're going to have that on your mind too. So I don't know what would be the best thing for you to do. Don't you hate it when they say that pain management is the only answer for you? I mean, so the translation is that they're going to turn you into a drug addict, which is not what you want to hear. But then again, do you want to be screaming in agony all day, every day? That's harsh. Because that area of your back is so painful, you can't. If you lay on your sides, it hurts. Your front would hurt. Laying on your back would hurt. So how on earth do you get sleep without it hurting? It's
I've got to
crazy.
shoot Vix
Okay.
because Rachel and Sol's coming in the building right now.
That'd be
So,
nice for you.
well, yeah, for half an hour. Anyway, I'll ring you later.
Alright, darling.
All
That
right,
shouldn't
nice
be a
to see you.
problem.
All right,
Okay.
all right, bye.
Speak
Bye,
to you
everyone.
later. You can jump up, Ellie, if you want. I don't mind if you want to talk about this for a bit. I don't mind. It's completely down to yourself. That's the thing with your sleep patterns and that. I mean, some days I can, but a lot of the time you sort of like get to sleep and it's broken sleep continuously. Especially like you have night and day terrors thrown in there as well. And you don't know you're having them. And then you've had them and then you remember what went on afterwards and it makes you scared to sleep. Because I do remember before, I didn't used to remember my dreams. Some of them, granted, I did remember. They were really nice dreams to remember, but the majority of them didn't remember them at all. But now, I tend to remember every single one, good or bad. And they're a lot more bad than good, and that's why I was like working through whether or not it would be my diet that was making my dreams worse or not, or a sort of like process of elimination there with the caffeine and other things. And because I haven't started drinking caffeine or anything, so that hasn't affected it either. So oh, you've got an underactive thyroid. Ooh. I've spoken to quite a few people that were on thyroid meds, and they've all turned around and said getting the balance of that right is a right pain in the backside as well. So I feel for you there. Have you been on them a long time, or I know you said the new one, but that you could have been on them months for. That's the thing. Caffeine's in a lot of things, and tend not to drink fizzy drinks either. Even though the other day, when I ordered a drink from a restaurant and ordered water and got Dr. Pepper again. I mean, that was the first time I'd had a fizzy drink in months. And that is the only time I do drink fizzy drinks, is when that restaurant screws up my order and gives me Dr. Pepper every time I ask for water. I don't know what it is, but maybe they just like Dr. Pepper, who knows? But it's highly, well, at least that doesn't have caffeine in it, but That was the day I was doing a live stream, and it turned me a bit bad because I was having a sugar high doing a live, which is never really good because normally I can't stop laughing as it is, but at least it was in a live stream you could laugh at because it was just, I don't know, kicking off all over the place, but kicking off in a good way, not a bad way. And people are enjoying it, so yeah, it's all good in that. But so normally I don't have live streams like that, so it's all good to have ones like that every once in a while. Oh, that's not good either. So are you basically getting the impression then that that they're using you to make money out of you because of your insurance and that? Because your health service is different to ours. Because you have to have insurance and that we don't over here. Yours is hereditary. Yeah, that's a pain in the backside too, isn't it, when it's like that? It's strange though, isn't it, that it only hits you when you reach a certain age and not... Oh, you don't need health insurance. Oh, so I thought Americans needed it, or it's a right pain in the ass to get your medications and that. They cost a fortune otherwise. I know they passed something past few years, didn't they? Medi-Cal or something. I don't know how that works or whatever, 'cause I know a lot of people have had a lot of issues with it, so I know it's complicated, but you need some kind of 4-digit code or something or other. Alright, Duncan. Then give us a bell later if you want. And hopefully it won't be a shower like you had the other day. My God, that was embarrassing. Oh no, we don't, because over here we have the NHS, so you don't actually need some people can have private insurance if they want, but I did have it for a while, but they were trying to put my previous health conditions as the reason why I needed treatment, so they wouldn't pay out on it. So I'm thinking, what is the point in having it when they're not going to pay out on it anyway, when it's got nothing to do with my previous health stuff? So I actually stopped it all. Yeah, exactly. He always plays hunt the soap in the shower, and he likes it when it's on a rope. You do not want to know where that soap has been. I feel sorry for the hotel staff in the mornings because they have to deal with his room. I would ask for triple pay and hazardous clothing to wear. And then I would burn it. But that's just me. I just know what he's like, so... Tonkin should come with his own government health warning. But it's only because I know him far too well. Yeah, I agree with you there, Tom. It is a bit like that, but not all doctors are like that. There's a particular medicine that I need to control my seizures, and my GP will not prescribe it. I'm waiting for a phone call from him next week to see if I can speak to him about it, because if he was to prescribe it, then I can come off a lot of my other medications, so it would be better for me in the long run. But a lot of people abuse this medication. Obviously, I wouldn't be doing that because I never have abused meds in my life, but he's just very cautious. But when actually, you guys wouldn't necessarily know this had happened. He put me on something called sertraline, and I actually took it and then did a live. It was a couple of hours afterwards, and basically I had a really hard time with it. I had an allergic reaction to it, and I could not believe how quickly it was making me go downhill. It was only like one tablet as well. It wasn't a huge amount, and that scared the hell out of me. And he was pretty good about it afterwards, which is a good thing. The other doctor in the practice wanted me to try again, and I thought I said to it, well, excuse me, but I was told by the hospital never to touch his medicine again. And she wanted me to carry on with it, and I'm like, no. I said, for one, that the hospital took the medicines off of me anyway, just to make sure. And she said, no, we can do another prescription for it. I said, no, you are not hearing me. I am not taking that ever again. Then I got to speak to my normal doctor, and he prescribed something else for it. But no, if you're taking a medication that is making you see stuff which isn't there, giving you a raging headache, you're feeling like you're climbing the walls. My vision was getting worse. And the hospital said if I'd have left it till morning, I could have lost my sight. You know, it's pretty bad. And they wanted me to carry on. It was nuts. Sorry, Marshall. Have you messaged me or something? Is that what you're saying? I don't normally check my phone during lives. I used to have it on, but people kept used to messaging me all the time, and my phone would go so bloody loud I'd have a heart attack. So unless you put it in private chat, or no, you haven't. So oh right, the message is in the chat. Right, okay. Yeah, I did know that, and yeah, it's all good. But it's not, but it is. You know, I don't know why anyone would want to do that, but yeah, some people on here are nasty and have got nothing better to do than ruin other people's lives. I'm not about that at all. Oh, getting old stink. I actually preferred the past 5 years to previous. I don't know why. I don't think it's got anything to do with my ex-husband or anything, but my mentality's changed quite a bit since the split, and I don't think it was to do with him. I think it was to do with actual stuff changing around me, which I'd adapted to and moved on with and got stronger with, and that. So I actually prefer it right now to then. I don't know. Tonkin, for goodness sake! Oh my days. Keep it up, Tonkin, because you're going to get battered when I see you. Not in a good way either. I don't know when you were thinking of meeting up though, but you want to do it before Ireland, and it'd be better when Marshall's down here too. And when you're not working, so we'll have to come to some kind of a date where it will all fit in and that. And of course, you've got to like work your way around Liz as well. But now you're on day shifts. I think it'd be a lot easier to work this out than when you're on nights. But we can all talk about that at another time. Doing promises. Not in a fucking promise. That's a guarantee. Promises, you cheeky sod. No, it's a cast iron bloody guarantee. The amount of stuff you put me through recently, my goodness me. And you've managed to catch me in a good mood every time. Lucky you, because if you'd have called me up the other night and I'd have been in a bad mood, then what would have happened? Oh, I'm always nice to Tonkin Ellie. I don't know. The other night he called me up. He was very worse for wear, and I pretty much saved him all night, even though my ears took a battering that night. But that's what friends do, innit? They're there for each other. Even though I was highly embarrassed, but what can you do? Oh no, I know you was only. Well, I didn't take it seriously. But you're lucky that I'm a kind of friend that wouldn't have taken that seriously. Other friends might have done, but you're lucky that you were speaking to the right person on the phone at the time. That's all I'm saying. But you're lucky I'm not going to use that against you later on. I mean, bloody hell. That would be a whole trunk of information's worth of things I could use against you. But I'm not like that, so you don't have to worry about that. Oh, bullshit. Things that shocked you? That's bullshit right there. Shocked you. An electric shock wouldn't even shock you. As you said, you've heard it all before. Well, I'm sure you have. Maybe not out of my mouth and things that you said to me I haven't heard come out of your mouth before, but like we probably heard it from different people before in our lifetimes because of the actual lives we've actually had, so it's all good. Exactly, there's a lot of love for everybody. I can't argue with that now. My dog's looking at me, he's saying that. He said, well, where's my love then? It's because I haven't given him his chicken yet, and he's like looking at me, thinking, come on, Mum, where's my chicken at? Oh, I said the C word. Oh, crap. Both cats are sitting there now. Oh, dear. We are not talking about... We are not turning this into a kinky live stream. No. Not today. Certainly not today, no. My head isn't in that kind of place for that kind of thing. Not at this moment in time. Certainly not. Give me a few hours for my head to sort of like get back there, and possibly, but not at this moment in time. Isn't it funny though, whenever you use that C word around animals, they all know what that means. It's like completely nuts. I mean, I can't use that word in the supermarket or anywhere, or in the park, or he doesn't mind the word walk or park or anything like that. But you mention that C word and that is it. All of my animals go nuts. So they even know what turkey is as well. So I can't even change it to that. But I don't know. What do you mean you're too tired to play? You're always too tired. That's a bloke's normal excuse, isn't it? Oh, I'm too tired. Oh, I've got a headache. And you say us ladies are like that. Rubbish. Whether you agree, Ellie, but a lot of blokes use that card. I'm too tired, I've got a headache. Oh, well, I've got to go to work soon, I haven't got time. Yeah. You guys come up with more excuses than we do. I mean, at least we could pull out, we got the Crimson Wave going on anytime we want, I suppose. But you guys have more excuses than we do. I won't ask what words they are, Ellie. I really won't. But yes, I do know what you went through this week, but only because you damaged my earlobes, my eardrums. All parts of my body got damaged this week because of you. It was funny at the same time, though, but at least I know I owe you a damaging phone call like that. If I get worse aware, I'm calling you at silly o'clock in the morning. I'll make sure your girlfriend's around to hear it too. Just to make it that much more interesting. What's the matter, big boy? You went out in the garden. You went outside. Okay, we'll let you out in a minute then. Right, well, I'm going to finish this thing. I'm going to feed these rebels, let them out and do what they need to do. Start getting some food for myself as well to make my head a little bit clearer, which would be nice. Well, you guys have a wonderful evening, and for the Americans, enjoy the rest of your afternoon, because it's afternoon for you, it's evening for us. And don't go on too many crazy live streams, because as I say, it's getting rather dark out there at the moment. I don't know why people are being so dark with each other, but I wish they'd knock it off. It's so unnecessary. Yeah, dogs seem to know quite a lot of words, don't they? It's also the tone of voice you use behind them as well. So if you say it in an excitable tone, then they obviously know it's to do with them too. So especially if you've got an animal that's very intelligent too. So this is why, like, with my two felines and the dog put together, I stand no chance in this house. They will team up on me. It is a nightmare. I actually caught how they're actually getting in the Amazon box. The two cats are teaming up together and doing it. So both of their weights on different parts of the box is how they're breaking into the boxes. I caught them at it the other day. I could not believe I should have videoed it. That would have been quite a funny video to put up on YouTube, actually. The way that they actually managed to get into these boxes and that, because it takes me a pair of scissors and me losing my marbles to do it. But they tend to get into them no problem, so. Whether the dogs taught them something, I do not know, but it's absolutely nuts. You have a good night, Tom. Tonkin, Ellie, Marshall, Manaf, and everybody else that's been in chat. It's been nice talking to you, and I'll see you during the week probably, unless I've completed. Oh, hi, NC. Just about to finish my stream and you pop up and say hi. How are you, darling? You right? I might do a midweek one during the day. I have to see how I feel. Because of my head being away, I say it's hard to plan streams and that, and I'm normally busy during the day too, so we'll have to see. Will you guys enjoy your evenings and that? Don't do anything I wouldn't do, and be good to each other and stay safe.